Hello, welcome to a Friday stream. How are we all doing today? What's going on, my friends? Welcome on in. Good to have you all out here. Hi. Hello, how are we doing today? We are alive. I am live. We are alive. Everybody here hopefully is alive today and doing well and all that cool stuff. Welcome. Hi, how we doing? What's up, Astro Cat, Spare Row? Good to see you. Cass, welcome on in. Jackie, Katie, Wildman, Valen Knight, what's going on? TK Ender, how we doing? Tweak, hello. Artemis, hi. Zach, what's going on? Hello, how we doing? Waffle, hi, hello. Olive, what's up? Haunted Butter, Heroic Pixels, hey, you might be alive, haven't decided yet. That's okay, it's Friday. You don't have to be alive going into the weekend. That's your own choice. You can be a potato all weekend if you'd like to. Phantom Zone, what we doing? How we doing? Not what we doing. How we doing? Chroma Holster, hello. Caitlin, hello. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good today. I got my butt kicked in a workout this morning, but I'm doing pretty good. So I'm kind of in a little bit of recovery mode, and already my legs hurt. So you know, it's gonna be one of those. It might be forced myself to stand at some point during the stream, but right now I want to sit down. Queen, welcome on in. FL, hello. Arya Irsha, hello, how we doing? Also, thank you so much for the tier 1. I'd probably totally butchered that, but thank you so much for becoming a sub. Textlit, thank you so much for the 3 months as well. Anima, how we doing? Welcome on in. Ed, hello, happy Friday. Good to see y'all out here. Finally, I'm hoping this cures my raging hangover. Anna went hard on a Thursday. Get it, Anna. I hope you feel better soon. That sucks. Oh. Kirana, welcome on in. Have a good stream. Thank you so much. Blocky, howdy, how we doing? Welcome. Good to have you. Yearning for the river dig? Yeah, we're yearning for the river today. Not the mines. We're doing mining, just not in a mine. So it's gonna be totally cool and chill and super fun. My friends over on YouTube, though, be sure to click the like button if you have not already. I very much do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. It's Tuesday where you live. How's it No. What? Where in the world right now could it be Tuesday? There's no way it's Tuesday anywhere in the world right now. What? No. No. Now I'm like, wait a second. Just popping it for a high. I have to study. All good, Alex. All good. Light Merc, welcome on in. Good day today. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's sunny. It's been foggy all week. Like, it's been just incredibly foggy the entire week, and so finally we're getting a little bit of sun poking through, which is nice. Is there ever too greedily and too deep when digging in Minecraft? Yeah, you dig into an ancient city and drop onto a shrieker, and then you get warden. That's too greedily and too deep. Reddit again. It's going to be in the negatives on two. Oh, you know, I was confused, and now it makes sense why I was confused. Hey, Whip, you helped me start a new survival world with the goal of making my world pleasing to the eye. Nice, Maddie. Have fun with that, dude. Make sure to give yourself a lot of space for growth as you're moving throughout it, though. So don't get too worried if everything doesn't look perfect on the first time. You'll figure out things. You'll grow as you're going over the course of building in a single world. Even me, over the 3 years that I've been in this world, I've grown so much as a builder. So yeah, you got it. Have fun though. That sounds awesome. All hail fWhip the digger. We do like to do some digging. When will a new hardcore video come out? Next Thursday. How's that sound? New video dropping next Thursday is the goal. Just got the notification for you going live. You love the mess. I can't remember what I put in it. What did I do? Oh, yeah, that was a good one. I was pretty happy with the Twitch one today. They've been pretty good. Do I play FIFA? No, I played FIFA back on the Xbox 360 and I was terrible at it, and I don't really like playing sports games. Nice to meet you. Like, I don't like playing Madden, I don't like playing FIFA. I think the only one I could potentially get into would be Rocket League, but even that, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just not my type of gaming that I enjoy. Bochek, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate that. I am not a big fan of games where you log in and start fresh every time. Like League of Legends for me, I don't enjoy because you just kind of start the game, you progress, you win, you lose, and then you restart. And I like games that kind of build on top of each other, or like build in over time. So like Minecraft, you see your stuff going over in your world as it grows. You see all of the different things in like MMOs of you gearing up and leveling up your character. That's all permanent stuff. So that's the type of game I like. Do I other build games like Planet Zoo? I really want to get into Planet Zoo and those, but every time I try, it just doesn't really click too well. I will be getting the new Civ 7. I'm trying to be very, very blind going into it. But I did see that there is a progression system. By playing with the same hero, the same leaders multiple times over, you can actually get additional perks and level them up for future games, which is kind of weird, but I guess it adds some longevity to Civ, which I'm like, maybe it could be fun. But I will not give any spoilers beyond that, but other than the fact that there is some sort of a cross-game progression system in it, which looks cool. That's the only spoiler that I will give. I will not give anything else on it because I'm trying to go in blind too. Old school RuneScape. I played old school RuneScape when it was new. So I played RuneScape in middle school. I got really into it. I didn't max out every skill, but I had like all of the fighting and magic and like archery skills all to like where you could equip the best level gear in it. At least back in the time. But since then I've never I never really have gotten into it since, so I just don't really. I prefer modern MMOs over that, or honestly, the one I play is World of Warcraft, so that's not very modern. So, but yeah, if I'm playing an MMO, I usually ain't jumping onto World of Warcraft. Derek Kestrel, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs, my dude. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Hello, many greetings.
Your mom is a big Civ fan. Civ 7 comes out just before her birthday. It looks good. I'm excited for it. I think we might be doing a what's the day that it releases? Like, what's the day of the week? Sorry if there's random noise. I'm opening up the Steam page.
Hello, many greetings.
I hope y'all feel very greeted though. I'm just so mad about like that. It's a little expensive. February 11th. What is that? Let me look at my calendar. That's a Tuesday for the UK folks. We might be doing a Civ 7 stream day on Twitch on the 11th. That could be fun. I would like to play that day one. So I think we're going to be doing that on February 11th. That's going to happen probably. We're going to just turn on stream as soon as I get it downloaded and we're just going. But that's going to be good. It'll be fun. No Minecraft will be happening that day. We will just be playing a normal length Civ game, probably from start to finish, depending on how long, if they made them slower. If they go up their normal time, that's like a 6-7 hour thing and we will do it.
Stream I can watch live smile.
Hey, Kate, welcome on in. Thank you for the 14 months. Really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. And hopefully that means you got a Friday off, maybe, or you're just wrapped up early for a Friday. So hope it's a good one. Where do you look for inspirations for builds? Like honestly, like we were just talking about Civ as another video game. Using other video games to find a build inspiration is huge. It's so good to be able to do that. And being able, like, other video games, books, movies, TV shows that you're watching. Pinterest can be decent. It's not that great anymore. It's kind of full of AI stuff, but you can take some inspiration off of it. ArtStation can be really good. Following artists on Pinterest, following artists on Instagram who make who do digital art is really good for that. Sorry, there's a dog hair floating around. I'm just gonna get that real quick. Oh. So that's a good way to do it. Which Friday is again? It's the 11th. It's a Tuesday. But I think it's time we get into Minecraft because we got a lot of work to do today. Wicked Stacy, thank you so much for the donut. I really do appreciate that. Okay, I just tore down the beacon down there. So we've got to move it down here because we're running out of space. What will your schedule of streams look like going after January? They're probably gonna, at least for the current time frame, be... I'm trying to figure out where we can put this. I think those guys... Honestly, I probably just want to go somewhere back in here. But yeah, going into February at least, streams are gonna still be pretty consistent. Okay, we don't have beacon buff here, so let's just dig it down and it should fill up all the space we need. Hello, B. Poor guy. Oh, go for it, Bat. No, we're not. Okay, we're just chilling too. Okay. Poor guys. Little buddies got stuck in here. Okay, we're just gonna go to here. And we'll just dig it out and put it where that grass block is so that we can know we can remove it later. We're just gonna set up this again, and then we need to get our very, very correct way to set up a beacon. Heroic pixels. Do you like Reese's? I do like Reese's, but Reese's don't like me. They make the tummy hurt. Y'all just won't admit you're wrong. You just want to hate on me because you just are afraid of change and trying something that could possibly be better. But I'm just saying, the way you all set up beacons or giving me a hard time, you have to remember numbers. I don't have to remember numbers. Lactose. No dairy for me. It was a very sad day when I had to come to the realization that dairy did not like me anymore. Mr. Dr. Flip? Dude, when did I get to be a doctor? Beacon! I use a lot of mods, so I'll list it in the resources channel in my Discord if you'd like to go check them out. Can you take lactose pills? They don't work for me. I like to describe like those lactose pills as you're just delaying the pain. You're not getting rid of the upset tummy. You're just simply delaying how quickly the upset tummy hits you. I'm gonna go get some more shoulder boxes because we're gonna run through all those today easy. My friends on the YouTube side, please be sure to click the like button. It do help me out a lot. It does do a lot of good thing for me. Thank you. Appreciate. Lactose pills make me feel worse. Yeah. I just try and I find that I'm just the enjoyment of eating the food is only a few minutes of enjoyment while you're still like, this tasted so good. But then the pain being multiple hours after the fact of upset tummy, very sad boy, means that pain is too much and it's not worth eating the dairy. So, yeah. We'll fight for ice cream. Dude, there's some good dairy-free ice creams now, though. There's a cookie butter dairy-free ice cream that's at our grocery store here, and oh my god, it's so delicious. It's made with it's like a oat milk base, and that is that one's I don't even need actual ice cream after that. That's perfect. It's so good. Because you get the if you get like a, I will say like the fruity flavored ice creams do not work very well in the dairy-free ones. But if you get something that's already kind of like a little nutty, and then you just add the extra bit to it with the like the oat milk base to it or whatever it is, like that can work really well. Or if you do want like a fruity one, then you find one with a coconut milk base, and then still just as good. We're just gonna trade that right now because why not? Okay, so today the plan is we keep digging. Last stream we ended right about here, I believe. And then yesterday I did all of that. We have another little tributary coming in. We have that one, which we need to finish bringing that all the way up to the edge. And then we have this up here.
Keep it real.
You also might be allergic to the milk protein, casein. I am only allergic to the casein, so lactose pills also don't work.
Interesting. I've never done a test or anything for it because I'm just like, I'd just rather avoid it though. But yeah, thank you for the info, and thank you for the donor in thunderstorms. I appreciate that. It's one where I'm just like, because even I can't. There's like those lactose-free milks that you can get. Even those don't work for me. Like those still hurt my stomach. So we need to go get a stack or two of stone just to have for these upper rocks while we're revealing the dirt. I'm just gonna pick up what's here. 3 stacks it is.
My sister recently went non-dairy. She's not completely intolerant. It was mostly a lifestyle choice, but it's been interesting watching how she adjusts, especially considering her husband loves ice cream. Lol.
Well, that's the important part, is that, at least in my opinion, is because, like, obviously me being dairy-free and my wife is not, is that, like, just because I'm dairy-free doesn't mean she has to be. So I know, like, Sid, because, like, obviously, like, cheese is pretty delicious. So she'll just, like, if we make a salad or something like that, she'll just, like, put cheese on after the side. Or we do a lot of, like, dairy-free dressings and things now. So, like, the core base of the meals and stuff that we have has changed. But as far as, like all that, like the extra stuff, or is like we still have cheese and stuff in the house and ice cream that's for her to have, so I just don't eat it. But yeah, no, it's definitely a big change because a lot of like the cooking and things, like you don't really, until you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, butter is in a lot of things. Okay, we're gonna clear this stretch here all the way out to the edge just to kind of take off a big chunk. And then we're going to clear off all the trees for the space that we need to clear after we do that. And then we'll see where we're at for the day. Because this will probably take a good 30, 40 minutes to get through this chunk here. So we'll see. We talking allergies? Yeah. Oh, they're making me very hungry. The most annoying one for me was trying to find a protein powder because I've been working out a lot more recently and I've been wanting to do that just for a little quick, easy nourishment afterwards. And so it took a while to find a good dairy-free protein powder because a lot of protein powders use a dairy base thing for the protein. So like whey protein and all that that's dairy. You try plant butter? Yeah, we use that a lot of the times now, but it was just like the adjustment for changing what's in the household for the norm stuff versus just going for what the recipe calls for. Allosaurus is dairy-free and it's a pain, yeah. Oh, I'm sure, I didn't even think for like baby food. Yeah, I'm sure that's even... probably even more annoying. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to work on that move. The quick elytra swip swap, get it done, and then So you don't fly all the way up. You can actually just get back to the ground faster. I'm trying to do a better job at doing that more consistently. I'm learning new skills that hopefully will help me not smash my face into things as much in this game. They're really important things, you know? Dang it. Goat milk? Yeah, I can't even do goat milk. So I don't... It might be something with the like protein thing that Rain and Thunderstorms mentioned. It's even like stuff where people are like, oh yeah, Parmesan has really low amounts of lactose in it, so a lot of dairy-free people can eat that. I'm like, nope. Not for me. It's already rendered. Thank you so much for the gift sub. It's a good name. It's a good name. How are we doing today? And for the Prime, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. How long will stream be? I don't know. We're going to go for a while, though. Go as long as we can. We do have some folks coming by the house. They're arriving. The earliest their arrival window is 3 hours from now. So if they... That's the only hard stop I have today. So whenever they get here, the stream will have to end. But they're of course, as usual with arrival windows, it's a 2-hour arrival window. So they could be here at 3, or they could be here at 2, or they could be here at 4. I don't know. We will see. Or they could be early, you know? That could also happen. That also has happened in the past many times. Okay. I guess we should probably just keep getting the dirt. I've been kind of going through and just clearing out the top layer of dirt and everything just to get all of that out. And then being able to only really need the shovel unless we find, or only need the pickaxe unless we find pockets underneath. And it seems to just be a little bit more efficient for the tools. I think my inventory's full though. Or it's going to be. So on Civ, I started playing a Civ 6 game just out of pure excitement for Civ 7 coming out soon. And it's been, I'm like fully getting back into it. I'm like having to remember how the game works. And I'm like, I hope this doesn't screw me up for when the new one comes out of me like expecting things to work a certain way, but it's been really fun. I am very ready to go full degen mode on Civ for a little while. What's Civ? Civilization. It's a massive strategy game. Like you are controlling a civilization, nation, whatever the heck you want to call them, from when they are cavemen all the way up to when you're like reaching the space age. So there's it's a turn-based game, like following the civilization over their entire history, but it like blurs the lines a bunch and it has a bunch of goofy interactions to it. Like my favorite one that is just like one of the big memes in the community is that usually they have like famous leaders representing nations. So for India, they have Gandhi as like the leader behind it. And they had an issue in the code back in Civ 4 that made it so they all have traits like for AIs, like for how peaceful they are or how warlike they are or how much they focus on science versus culture. And Gandhi, being Gandhi, you know, IRL, was the guy who was always like, no, peace, not war. Like, please, let's have peace. And did so many things to bring peace to his part of the world. And so they put him as the full, like, as peaceful as can possibly be for the AI, where it just would not go cause any war. Like, it would be very, very rare for Gandhi to do anything warlike to anybody around him as the AI in the game. But they had a bug in the code that made it so when he reached the nuclear era, like modern era, it actually, because it already had him at 0, it gave him another -2 to make even more peaceful. But they had a bug and the code that instead of going into negatives, it flipped to the top number. So it made him the most nuclear heavy civilization in the entire game. And so if you ever had a Gandhi in your game, he was extremely peaceful, and then nukes would come out and Gandhi would just start nuking every single city. As like if they were able to find a uranium deposit to start making nukes, like every single city on the highest difficulty was just every few turns just nuke drop, nuke drop, nuke drop, and it's one of the best memes ever. So like they obviously like aren't following like history realistically or anything, and since then it became such a funny meme that now they purposely made that so if Gandhi's ever in the game, when he gets into the nuclear era, they fixed the bug, but they now made it for purpose that he's extremely peaceful, and then nukes come out and he just starts blowing up everything, and it's so funny. It's so good. They were just like, yeah, this is, but like you can build world wonders of different places, and regardless of the civilization you are. So like a game I'm playing right now, I'm playing as Persia, and I've built like, I just finished building the Statue of Liberty in a harbor after I took over the British Empire, completely destroyed them and took all their cities. So I'm currently building the Statue of Liberty in London. It's just such a funny game. It's just, and it has so much depth to it. And if you like strategy games, it's like one of the ultimate strategy games in my opinion. That's such a funny thing to hear out of context. I know, it's just the absurdity of the game with it, but yeah, I love it. But you have to enjoy slower turn-based strategy games to really enjoy Civ. Like you got to be in it for a game for a long haul. Like I'll stream on Twitch the day it releases for Civ 7 just to do a big day of it. We'll probably play one game, because a single game, you can save and come back at any time, but a single game can take near 6-7 hours depending on the game speed you're playing on. And we'll probably play on normal speed just to get that experience first. Arctic Fishy, thank you so much for the Prime, my dude. Appreciate that. And my friends over on YouTube, if you haven't already clicked the like button, please be sure to do so. It helps me out a ton. So thank you everybody so much for doing that. We got almost 900 people in here and we're at 450 likes. So if we can all click the like, it helps me out a ton. You just watched my dad play Civ and oh my gosh, I loved watching him play. Yeah, I used to play with a ton of my buddies and we would just like be in a Skype call. Yes, Skype back in the day. And would just be in a call for the entire day and just play one Civ game. Like that was high school. That was a lot of high school weekends where nothing was happening. During the day, it'd be play a Civ game, and then at night, it'd be, okay, whose house are we gonna go to hang? Skype, you're making me feel old. Hey, I was on there. We briefly for a while had a Ventrilo server too, so. I still remember that, and then also when we first started playing Minecraft, because that was the same friend group I got into Minecraft with, taking the time to learn how to set up a server. So I had an extra laptop that was just like my mom's old laptop back in the time, that she just never used, and it sat in a closet, and we turned that into a Minecraft server. So figuring out how to set up a server running on it, and then figuring out how to open the firewall ports for people to connect to it and everything, and whitelisted. I'm sure that I completely opened that thing up to get so many viruses on it, but lucked out that it didn't happen. But like figuring out how to do networking and things like that just so that everybody can connect to a Minecraft server. Good times, good times. Bucket servers? Yeah, we weren't on Bucket. We were just running a regular vanilla server because there's only like 6 or 7 of us, so we didn't need any fancy mods or anything. You have more viewers on YouTube or Twitch? Right now we have 230 viewers on Twitch, and we have 900 viewers on YouTube. Well, 911. Oh, 933 now. Wow, it's growing up. It's crazy. We get like another 100 likes on it, and instantly the viewer count jumps up another 100 or so too. It's so weird. YouTube stream is such a weird thing because I really wish, like, I love on Twitch that all the rankings on the watch pages are just done purely off of viewers. So like you just scroll a little way and then you see mine right now, because obviously there's a lot of other people there live that are a lot more in the Minecraft category. But like on YouTube, like I have to ask so much of viewers for like engaging in chat. Like the annoying thing is that actually YouTube will push the stream more based off of more chat engagement happening, which quite literally, they don't care what it is. So if a YouTube chat is just full of spam and messages going all over the place from people, it has to be a lot of people, not like a single person sending a ton of messages, but YouTube will actually push that stream more to new audiences than a quiet chat. Like if we're all in here chilling, even if we had like 3,000 people in here, but they're saying nothing, like YouTube will push chat more, or will push a stream more with less people that are actively in chat. It's so weird. They just create like an unsustainable algorithm to keep up with. When should we expect the next hardcore episode? Does next Thursday sound good? I got a new short coming out tomorrow. If y'all didn't check out the short that came out yesterday, be sure to go check it out after stream and give it a little cheeky like for me. I do appreciate it. But yeah, we got a new short just came out. I'm gonna try shorts for a little while. I'm gonna try them for a little while. I would hope y'all give them a chance. I know not everybody's a short form content viewer, and that's totally fine. But give them a chance for me, and let me know what you think, because I think I can bring some. I've got some cool stuff. They're all gonna be a lot of like recaps, and then I'm planning on doing little one-off like build things for little farmhouses and stuff that I set up throughout, just like showing more in depth how it gets built than we currently do in videos, because usually a video is building like 10 farmhouses, but maybe for a short that turns into each short is its own farmhouse, you know. Hopefully that means I can give them a little bit more time for all of it. Wicked Metal, thank you so much for the 2 months, my dude. Can't wait to see the river get detailed. Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very painful stream soon to come back through and add bone meal for seagrass to the entire bottom of the river. I'll be honest, I'm really not looking forward to doing that, but we have to do it. And we also still have to go and mud the end of it. Like, we've only mudded up to here. This we're skipping for now, but I need to turn all that into mud for that final stretch. And we got to fix that little outside edge right there. Input Bowl, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm pretty good over here. I'm having a good day so far. I second the idea of individual builds or interiors. Yeah, a lot of the interiors, like for building stuff in the city, when I get around to doing those interiors, which I'm planning on starting soonish. Because then I can just pack a bunch of them into big updates and stuff like that. But I want to start getting those in here. I'm just kind of letting everybody finish them, and then I'm going to start taking like streets. Because I need to bring the world back over into single player and then update it to 1.20, 1.4 again. And then I can save Light Manica stuff off of it. Otherwise it doesn't, the version, I already tried bringing it over once and it was not compatible with the latest version, which is annoying. So I gotta go through and manually update it again. or manually bring it over and then add the light manica and all that. Do you find building or terraforming more of a challenge? They're different challenges in their own way, I would say. Building is... each block is much more important. Terraforming is... like, I think the difference is, like, if you're drawing in Paint or Photoshop or something like that, building is like using a brush that's like a single pixel. Terraforming is like using a brush that's like 8 or 9 pixels wide. Like, you can get in there with the minute details later and all that, but for the most part, like, building... oh, that's what I wanted. Building is a lot more about, like, the smaller details that you throw in, whereas terraforming is more about just the general shape and vibe, and then you can come back and texture and do all that. So they're their own challenge in their own way. It's a different mindset between each, which I find to be a lot of fun, to be able to change the brain up for what you want to be doing and what you want to be working on. It's nice to be able to take a break and do something else, which is honestly the reason why I love doing both of them so much, is because when I'm bored of one or when I'm stuck on one, I can then take a break and come do the other and still feel like it's a whole new, like, fresh input, I guess, for me. I don't feel like I'm, like, grinding my gears in the same way. So I've actually, while I've been working on this a lot, my creative energy for building has been flowing like crazy. So I've been planning so many builds just on the side for future videos. So I've got a lot of builds that I want to add into the world pretty much ready to go. Like, there's a few little minor details that need to get filled out, but for the most part, a lot of the builds that are going to be coming up after this episode is out, like, they're pretty much planned, which is kind of cool to be able to say that as soon as I finish this one... oh, that's a hole. Good thing I didn't fall down there. But yeah, as soon as I finish this one, like, I can just jump in right into the next video, and I'm going to be in go mode. Like, I don't need to spend another day or two just figuring out what I want to make and all that. Like, I've already got the plan in mind. I'm already good. Which is exciting. Watching your streams and videos for 2 years. Love them. Hey, Ethan, thank you so much. Glad you enjoy it all. Good to hear you're in a good creative space. Can't wait to see. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it recently. I've also got a few side build projects that you'll see at some point in time, but I can't really share with y'all right now. So those are going well too, which has been fun to... I was chatting last night with some people, and I was like, it's really fun to be working on a build that's not for me to make content out of it. Like, it's really fun to not have to worry about, like, how do I turn this into a video of me making the thing? Like, how do I turn this into something entertaining? No, the whole point of the build that I'm working on the side right now is purely just to have the build done and, like, have it be for something later. But that's been really, really cool to just get back in purely into pretty much like my build team self of back in the day when I used to work on builds and stuff. For a lot of people, like, I'm finding like all my notes and everything are like how I used to record notes for building with a build team, and all that stuff is like coming back, and it's been fun. It's been really cool to be able to work on those things. So I was watching the pic. Thank you though. I got it. We're good. So y'all will see what that's about in a month or two, maybe 3. I don't know.
Makes you happy.
Wildman, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. I will put that towards my Civ 7 fund. We're gonna soon start a fWhip fundraiser stream to buy fWhip Civ 7 Epic Edition. It's a it's definitely the most important cause going on in the world right now that funds need to be raised for, There's definitely nobody suffering or anything out in the world, so I think that's where the charity funds need to go. Also, that's completely me joking. Before anybody takes that seriously, that is completely me joking. Just, you know, before anybody takes that out of context and says, fWhip's a bad guy! I'm like, well, maybe, but no. Context, you know? It's all about the context. Too late, you're canceled now? Dang it. Wait. Does that mean I can remove into React content? Because React content right now seems to be making a lot of money for people. And it seems to be people who have been canceled at least once or twice are the people who then can move into making React content. So, like, if I get canceled, does that mean I can start doing React content? Or do I have to wait longer to be able to start cashing those checks? Because I can start just hiding me being a bad guy behind calling out other people for being bad guys. And then people will listen to me for my opinion of who I think bad guy is. And then they won't ever think that I'm bad guy. Huh? I think that's like obviously the best content strategy, right? I mean, it seems to be working out for some people, so... If you just keep pointing fingers enough, eventually fingers won't get pointed at you. According to current internet standards. Perfect plan? Thank you. I thought so. Okay, that's where I need to get mud too. I will say though, I'm not somebody who normally dives into drama and stuff going on into the YouTube drama space. But dude, this stuff going on with classic WoW right now with the hardcore stuff involving pirate software and OnlyFans, if anybody follows hardcore World of Warcraft, oh my god, just give me the popcorn, man. I'm all over it. Just me over here just like munching and just like watching the videos and just be like what would we have been cancel you for? I don't know. I hope I'm probably not cancel proof, but I hope that I'm as close to cancel proof as possible. I'm sure somebody could go dig up some old video and find something where I probably said some remark when I was how long have I been on YouTube now? When I was when I was 21, I probably wasn't as careful about how I said things or what I was saying, but you know, now that I'm 30, but you know, somebody could go dig that up and say that people never change, let's cancel fWhip. So like there's a possibility for that to happen one day. I mean, look at Scott. Scott's a lovely human being, and he got canceled on Twitter for some old tweets he had made after he got in the spotlight for being part of MCC and all that stuff. It's the dumbest drama, but it's funny to watch. Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I'm in on it. That's why it's so good. And it's also like coming in from me being a WoW player. Like, so I know, like going into the situation, there's a lot of people who are speaking on it and calling out things when they don't know WoW. Like, the World of Warcraft has a lot of depth to it. And for somebody who, like, I I agree Pirate Software was in the wrong. Like, I fully think that guy was in the wrong on it. And so it's just so funny to watch, like, so many other people try and defend him and all this other stuff when I'm just like, no. You don't play WoW. You don't know what this is. So I find all that to be pretty entertaining for me. Just by being a WoW player, I know how a lot of it works. And I know how a lot of those things go. And I know, like... It might not have been his fault 100% on it, but he definitely had the skills and the setup of things to be able to do it better and to have a better response about it. And he was, yeah, he just, there's more things that could have happened. There's so much more that could have changed differently in the fight that they were having where they had some people die. So for context, they were playing hardcore World of Warcraft on the new servers that are up, and if you die in that, your character's dead. And right now it takes in that probably like 7-8 days of game, 6 days of game time to reach max level. So like you're talking 100 hours to get your character just to max level to start doing the hard content, and you can't die at all. And so they were all at max level doing some fairly difficult content, but they had all done it before, so they were doing it a second time, and something went wrong, and they were trying to recover and get people to escape so they could all live. And basically Pirate Software had many abilities to help the team out and prevent people from dying, and he didn't use any of them, and was just complaining on stream that he's like, I can't help, there's nothing I can do, it's on you guys, I can't do it, I can't do anything, when his mouse was hovering over something that could have saved people. Yeah, but how far people are going with it is that's where it's a little nuts. But I do agree that he fully was in the wrong. Like he messed up. He messed up, and he should have just owned it. And I think that's why it's exploding, is because he kept insisting that he was right. And that's why I think people are so mad at him, is because they're like, no, just accept that you did it wrong. Like, it's as long as you can just like say, yeah, I messed up. I think if he literally just said that at any point in time, this drama would not be anywhere. Like, it wouldn't be this drama would have been long over, but it's, yeah, he didn't say anything. Yeah, they had some unfortunate stuff happen that caused them to go into reactionary, like, defensive runaway mode. And then some people got stuck behind, and he had the ability to help them get out of being stuck, and he didn't do it, basically. That sounds like such a nothing. You're saying people are mad that a gamer did get... It's the whole guild that they're in is all streamers. And like they all are playing at a pretty high level and putting in a lot of hours to their characters to do all these things. And then they're like, anybody, like basically he could have done something and his mouse moved over the thing that he could have done to fix it. And then he moved his mouse away and said, no, I can't, I don't have anything. Like I can't help. And then proceeded to just keep running away. And that's where people got pretty upset, I think, is that he actually like put his mouse over the thing to help him. But I don't know. We're not a WoW channel. We don't need to dive into it completely. I just think the tea is so good, dude. I'm all in on it. Yeah, I know this is a little weird. I'm just trying to make sure. Maybe we just dig the back line of trees out as far back as we need to go. And then we can turn it off. I'm going to put a log to the front of this beehive. So if there's a bee goes back in there at nighttime, he can't get back out. And then we can take him with us. People are expected to be perfect and always when visible. That's definitely a big thing for streamers, is viewers. I mean, backseat gaming is a big part of it. It's easier to know what to do in a situation when you're not actually in the situation. Like, if you're watching a situation, it's easy to be like, oh, you had a golden apple in your inventory. Why didn't you just pull that out? It would have been so easy. That would have saved you from dying in hardcore Minecraft. But when you're in the moment and you have like skeletons shooting at you, whatever the heck it might be, it's sometimes hard to remember that you have a golden apple in your inventory, because some people don't perform well stressed or in a stressful situation. Like, some people just don't perform super well. So there are a lot of viewers who, even I get a lot of the time in comments, if I mess up or if I say something wrong in a video or something, I get so many people that comment, fWhip, you're so stupid. Why didn't you know that the camel why didn't you know the camel dies on cactus? Are you dumb? And I'm like, dude, this is the first time I've seen a camel in Minecraft. Like, of course I don't know. You know, just like a slightly referent, like, on theme example. So you get stuff like that going on, and then you get that amplified even more so when content creators interact together, and one content creator causes something that causes another, like their favorite content creator, to lose what's going on. Like, that's a huge thing that will just cause people to freak out, is if, like, the amount of people that think that I'm a terrible person because like Jimmy and my relationship is very joking. Like, Jimmy and I are really good friends. We chat and catch up, and we're having a great time hanging out, and we're having a good time with all of it. Like, there's no ill will about it. And then we even talk about like funny bits to put into videos, and a lot of them involve him being kind of like the butt end of the joke, because he likes to play that character to be the butt end of the joke, because he has a fun time reacting to being like on the receiving end of it. And people think that I legitimately hate him. Like, I was in his chat yesterday, just messing with him for a little bit, or maybe the day before, I can't remember, and just like saying hi, blah blah blah. Started off with me resubbing as a member for him for 38 months, so like obviously I've been around for a little while. And then people in his chat just started hating on me, like just telling me I was a terrible person. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, y'all are saying worse things to Jimmy while I'm in here. Like, y'all are being even worse to him than I am. Yeah, people are silly. That's true. That's what it is. Ain't that the truth? No, I love Jimmy. He's a great dude. Just some people don't have the ability to separate content creation from the fact that it's content. Like, a lot of what we do is to make funny, fun videos, and a lot of people just can't separate the reality of... It's the same way that you'll see like some actors or actresses who play a role in a film, like the kid who played Joffrey in Game of Thrones. Like, he did such a good job in the role that he's literally uncastable, because the audience can't see him as anything other than like being the evil Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Like, to the point where even after, when the show was airing live, like, he had a hard time going in public because people would harass him. And like, that's just absurd. Like, he plays a TV show character. He didn't write the script. He's just acting and going for the script that was written for him, for the character that he's being paid to play. Yeah, Harry Potter too. You go with any like super popular person, like, yeah, it's a weird one. Like, I think the big thing that I would wish would change in internet culture is like remembering that people are all people, even if they are a content creator. Like, there's a person behind it. Doesn't mean it's a great person, but they're still a person. All right, I was going to chop the back of this so we knew where to stop. We need to get this one. Oh, big tree. How to get better at building medieval? Practice, use references. Honestly, the big one, if you want to get better at building at anything, use references. And no, I do not mean other Minecraft builds. When I say use a reference, I mean go and look at somebody who's creating digital art of like architecture and sculptures and or from video games or stuff. If you're using a Minecraft build as reference, you're most likely just going to be repeating what the Minecraft build is. But if you really want to be a better builder, not just know how to build a better house, but like to be a better builder to where you can build a lot of better houses and all those things and expand your skills, you need to put in time into studying it as an art form. And a great way to do that is using references of other varietals. Haley, thanks so much for the gift membership. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today. Do you prefer sculpting a landscape or terraforming a landscape? Same, but different. I don't know.
Cha-ching!
Another one? Another one. Dropping it. Thank you so much for the 2 gift members. Appreciate that. Hey, Brittany, welcome in. Hades, how we doing? I use Minecraft as inspo only for color palette ideas. Yeah, I would say Minecraft for color palette ideas if you have a hard time making those. Or seeing blocks as certain colors, then yeah, I get that. But also you can kind of use, as soon as you can start recognizing blocks as the color that they represent, instead of like the block that they are, then you can start pulling that from the reference images that you're using. Get some nice apples to munch on. Arcane Gaming with the gift member, my dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I remember trying to manage stream chat during Empires 1. Yeah. It is unfortunate when stuff like that happens, and like there's so much content that I want to produce that I think is just going to be such funny content and like a great little side storyline. And something that like we as the content creators making the content are like dishing up on the backside, being like, oh, this would be so funny if we did this. Oh my god, this would be so funny if we did this. Ah, this is gonna be hilarious if we do this. And then somebody always goes with, yeah, but how's the audience gonna react? And we're like, oh, okay, we can't do that. Like we have one of the stipulations that we have, mostly from just like seeing how it goes in the past, is that we make sure that we're balancing content creators like subscriber numbers based off of who's on which side of a feud or something like that going on, because we've found that if a lot of the bigger subscriber content creators are all on the same team or whatever it is, no matter what we do, even if we like name them the evil villains who are trying to destroy the entire world, even if that's like their legitimate name, in the eyes of the audience, they're the good guys because they're their favorite content creators or they're the bigger content creators. So it creates like this weird world where we kind of have to pre-plan like who's on which side of things, and we have to like orchestrate that to bring it in. Because if we put all of the, just by happenstance of the way it splits, if we put all the people who are like in the big subscribers on one side, then it just causes so many more issues for the people who are on the other side, because no matter what happens, they're the bad guys. And so that's hard to balance. Like that is something that is a very much a limiting factor for us in a lot of regards, which is always a bummer. The rendering toggle is Lightmatica. I'm using it for I already sculpted all this out in creative, so I brought it in with a schematic here. So all the purple is stuff we have to remove. Lauren, if you want to download mods, go to Modrinth. It's a you can use that website to download mods pretty safely. They have a good system for checking for viruses. But I have all my mods that I use listed out in the Discord, in my Discord, under the resources channel. You can see everything I use in there if you'd like to. But I'm not going to go through all of them. But somebody asked where we are in the world right now. The city and the world tree over here. We're around the bend, right down in here right now. Let's see, I'm gonna just unload all the logs and everything in here. Ooh, that's a decent amount. I like that. We're just gonna drop the saplings and the sticks. We'll keep that. Bam, bam. And we are back to destroying the dirts. We got 3 stacks of stone. It'll be fine. Okay, now we are on to the next phase. Whee! That's not a shovel. This is a little river that's going to be coming down. Oh, I think I did just leave this as dirt. Yeah, I was lazy. Very lazy. Yeah, I think I just brought it up literally to here. Okay, that's fine. And then that kind of bends around here and goes, it like loops around. That actually connects into that other section that we revealed down here of that. Like that's that same little river connection. So we're gonna slowly work our way down to it. Yeah, I think it turns into like a little valley coming through here or something. Looks like I did the mud coming all the way up through here, but not any further, and that's okay. And that was all just something I just like filled in so that it doesn't just lead into that empty cave. Do we have enough grass? We might. I don't think we have enough to fill this in, but we'll see how far it can take us for now. We gotta place blocks in anyways. How many texture packs are you using? I'm just using my own now, and which is the fWhip foliage pack, available to members. Oh, we can at least get it all the way here. And then I'm going to, that was just a bad axiom move to fill all that in, so we'll just fill it in like this. Easy. But yeah, so I'm using my own texture pack, and then I have one little addition that I use now through Vanilla Tweaks, which is just to get the 3D sun and moon, because I like the shape of it a little bit more. I just think it looks nice. Yeah, my pack just adds different foliage changes to the game to make foliage a little bit more bushier and lifelike, and just a lot more going on with it. That is quite literally it. That'll all fix itself as we're going later. And are you supposed to be there? You're okay. You're supposed to be there. Okay, cool. Yeah, my texture pack's only available for paid members as a thank you for the support. So if you'd like to get your hands on it, it is available. Tier 1 and up gets access to it. That does include gift memberships. So if you're hanging out in stream and you want to get access to the resource pack, if you have a gift member, you can still join the Discord, get all of the rank 1 tier perks, including the world download, all that. So even if you can't financially support, just hanging out in the stream, maybe you'll get somebody else will help you out, get you the access, and then you can get the downloads and everything from there. So I try and make sure that there's multiple ways that people can get access to things. Because I know not everybody has the budget, but also I think $5 for everything that you do get out of it, I feel like, to me, is a pretty reasonable price. I think this is just rock all the way across now. Where I don't think I have much stone left. Nope, I only have 3. Okay, we need to start digging more. And by digging more, I mean not digging that. Actually, I guess I've got a few out of it. Hee hee! My friends, be sure to click the like button over on YouTube as well. Helps me out a ton, so I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. We're at almost 1,200 people right now, and we have 750 likes, so if you can click the like button, it helps me out a ton. It's going to be fun coming back in and texturing all these and like working in a lot of mossy cobblestone to kind of blur the line between where the grass ends and where the stone is and all that. Like, that's going to be a really fun time. Can you download your world on Bedrock too? It's just Java that I provide, but you do have the ability to convert it through some free online sources. I just don't want to be posting both files. But then you have to figure out how to get it onto whatever device you play Bedrock on. I don't play Bedrock, so I don't know how to do any of that. And I know there's a lot of people who have made YouTube videos on how to do it, so I don't think I need to be also providing another tutorial when other people have already done it better. Okay, this is the big chunk. This is like, if we can get through this chunk that we're digging right now, this is like the last massive chunk right here, because this goes all the way down to water level. Pretty much all, like, completely. Yeah, I use Nvidium and Bobby if they're both updated, but no, Distant Horizons, I actually really do not like the look of. I find Distant Horizons adds like this weird color shift to the outside chunks that are being rendered in from it. And so if you're not using the super fancy shaders that support Distant Horizons, I find Distant Horizons actually to make the game look ugly. I really don't like Distant Horizons, at least the versions I've checked out of it in the past, and there hasn't been anything that's made me want to check it out in current day, because it also has bugs with landscapes, where if you, like me, like to build a lot of custom landscapes, Distant Horizons has a bug on it where if it's hollow underneath, it will just turn the entire above chunk black. It had the bug, I don't know, I haven't checked it for a few years, to be honest, or for a few months, so maybe it's been fixed since, but the last that I checked on it, it was not. And so, like, all of the custom landscape stuff that I've done, like, this whole thing is floating a few blocks above where it is. A lot of this is hollow ground underneath it. This entire section over here is hollow ground underneath it. This entire thing is hollow inside. The tree itself is hollow inside of it. I guess I haven't really done it. Like, this whole section here is raised off the ground, so it's hollow underneath. So when you add all of those things in, then Distant Horizons in a lot of my world is just, like, ill-rendered black chunks. Do you like single player or multiplayer Civ better? I like multiplayer if people are down. And there's a certain stipulation to that I will always say if people are down for it, because I love playing Civ with my buddies. Like, I absolutely love it. But you do get a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I want to play Civ. That sounds really, really fun. And then they're not, like, there are times where like people will lose a Civ game early, or you kind of get forever behind, where you're like, okay, I have no chance of victory anymore. And there are some friends who I used to play with that as soon as that would happen to them, to where they weren't really like in a point of victory anymore, they're like, I just want to quit. I'm done. I won't. I can't, like, I have no chance of winning. And then that kind of like, okay, well then it's like, okay, do I keep it going by myself,
Keep it
or
real.
do I just restart with them?
Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Buddha, learn to be happy, learn to love others.
Wildman, thank you so much for the dono. It's a good quote. It's a good quote. I appreciate that, my dude. Thanks so much. Where did I dig a line that we were gonna go to? I thought I dug a line of where we were gonna go across to. I thought I said I was gonna do this, but maybe I didn't actually do it. But Wildman, thank you so much for the dono. Also, Kari, thank you so much for the gift sub. I was about to just dump all this stone on the ground back there just to clear my inventory, and then I was like, wait a second, I need it. I'm so excited for this to be like, the vision of this as an end thing now is starting to like get into my brain, and it's making me really, really excited to see this whole space. I don't know what I did here, but I guess I just sloped this back a little bit further. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually this entire region up here also gets changes done to it, but I'm not worrying about that for now. Okay, we're gonna take a line here going all the way out. Divide our spaces up. This way I can still feel like I'm getting some satisfaction of completing something. I find that working in a chunk and just finishing that off completely helps me mentally so much more than clearing the entire top layer and just going down. Yeah, it'll be like, yep, that is completely done. Not just, okay, all of it is a little bit closer. I'm a member on YouTube, but I wasn't subscribed here. Yeah, I appreciate it. Did you spend extra time digging out on creative before this to get the light Matica? I dug the entire river. Like with just the water going all the way through. And then I moved all of that into a creative world. So I just copied it over using a light Matic of it and pasted it into the creative copy that I have. And then from there I used Axiom, which is a Minecraft building mod, to be able to really quickly shape it all out. So the whole creative phase after I had it over there with the river like coming through here, all of that, to do these both cliff sides, it took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get it all somewhere where I liked it. I do think I could have done a lot more detail into the rocks. Like, these are pretty simple shapes on the rocks. I think they work well because it's not like a lot of them are going to be covered by trees, and once we get into the texturing phase, then that's where we can start making it look super duper special. But yeah, they're not the highest detailed rocks. I know that for sure. That was kind of on purpose. I just wanted to get it in and done and have something that I needed to give myself an easy goal, an easier goal of something to work towards for this, so that I'm not just like wasting away for, you know, oh, sorry, yeah, we're already almost on 450 days of working on this. Actually, we are on 450 days of working on this now. So I didn't want to add another 100, 200 days by having really highly detailed stuff. So yeah, this being a little bit more simple on the rock shapes is on purpose, I guess, is a simple way of going for it. I've been keeping up with streams, but whoa, that's impressive. This has been a this has been a dig project, and a big project at that, a big dig project. We've been going on this for a while. Like, for every hour that I've been streaming working on it, I think there's probably 2 hours off stream working on it. I dig. A big dig. Are these sections gonna be in an episode? Yeah, every single stream we've done is so far been turned into like a 6 or 7 second time lapse. Oh, I'm down here now. So yeah. All of this will be in the episode. The whole episode right now, I think, unfortunately, like a vast majority of it is just gonna be fWhip rants while time lapse happens in the background. I was looking back at all the footage I have for it, and I was like, oh my god, we went end rating. Like, for this episode alone, we started it day 8,350 is when I started this. We went end rating for a stream. We did that. We started our digging. We did a lot of digging. I built a field. We got the river edge worked out at the beginning, and then we finished the digging going out there. And now we're into the second river edge point. And then I still have, like, I need a build along the edge of it so it just looks more fun and there's more going on. So I'm like, I want to add in one section that's fully detailed with trees and everything, probably near like where one of the little tributary streams, mountain streams, comes down and connects into the river. So like I've got, even after this, like, we have so much more to do. And that's just like the start of it. Like after we finish this whole, like that's this episode. But then for a future episode, I want that whole mountain gone. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm just digging. I'm just diggy. What all the time-lapse footage make for a second channel video? No, I mean, it's broken up with different stuff going on, different rates for the time-lapses, and like it's I think it'd be a good video still. Like I'm not worried about it. It's like I want to show the progress of it. Like I want to show the process of doing all of it because it's kind of that absurd. So like I think there's also some merit in just how crazy it's been going to do the entire thing. That I think that's kind of got some coolness to it too. Like not many people on Minecraft YouTube right now. I don't know if it means it's a good video idea or a bad video idea, but there's not many people on Minecraft YouTube that have spent 400 something days digging a river, you know? Like maybe some people have done it in the past, but there's not too many people in the Minecraft space, let alone just YouTubers, who have done this. So like I think there's like the absurdity behind it is something that's kind of hopefully going to turn it into a video that'll do pretty well. People love a Minecraft video where somebody grinds for hundreds of hours and suffers for their entertainment. It's a very popular Minecraft video topic. I mean, one of the better videos on my channel was me digging out the nether perimeter and building a wither skeleton farm. I'm a builder. I literally just followed a tutorial for somebody's wither skeleton farm. I didn't even design my own, and that video popped off. And I think it's partially because of the absurdity of how much stuff it took to do it. You'd open your world to visitors for free labor? No. This is my world. I like the people who are helping me out with interiors. We have that going on in the city right now. Tier 2 people with access to the community server have the ability right now to do interiors and path. And so I've been helping people along with that. I know I have a few that I need to check up on and get back to y'all. But so I've been doing that. That's the only way I really want people to be fully influencing builds. Like I love ideas from y'all. Like a lot of viewer ideas turn into real things that I do, but I also really love having this as a single player world where I make the decisions and I do everything. Like the only way that the viewer stuff is working out is because I'm gonna come back in and build it. Like nobody's gonna be logging into my world and building their interior. Like I I've invited some people onto this world in like copies of the world for stupid bits like the horse race and stuff like that, but I never want to like have people in here that's actually going to be something preserved, you know? This is a single player hardcore world for a reason. Like it needs to stay that way. It needs to stay, at least in my opinion, it needs to stay on something that is just me impacting it. Close YouTube chat. Sorry, y'all. Didn't mean to be ignoring you. Shovel durability. Dude, it's still got 135 durability on it. Y'all are freaking out. We're flipping out over here. Oh no. Just slowly chopping off this back section, I guess. But no, we gotta get the rest of the dirt off the top, and then we'll just only be mining stone. My friends, be sure to click the like if you haven't already. We got 1,200 people in here. We're almost at 900 likes. See, now you can start freaking out about the shovel durability. Now it's at 49. See, now we can go change it. 50 days until vacation. Don't taunt me. Oh, where are you going, Liz? Or you just the home staycation? Also an excellent form of vacation. Also, you don't have to share if you don't want to. I'm gonna keep these grass blocks on. Off to Prague. Ooh, fun. You taking a little Saurus? Hades has new plants. Ooh, it's a great day. Hate that so far away, but can't wait to see what you do at the university. I hope the university will happen sometime this year. I think that's gonna be one where we start kind of even just blocking it out in creative, and then I'll probably stew over it for a month or so, and then come back and completely erase everything I did, and then we'll do it all again, and then maybe actually build the thing. I think Hades is just going for the NASA approved amount of plants per square foot. And I think it's just a very valiant cause to go for that, so that you can make sure you have actually just really good oxygen in whatever space you're at. It's really just good for your brain. So, you know, if the astronauts are doing it every time they're in space, you have to... It's a good tactic to bring back down here so you always have fresh oxygen. I know I said earlier this week we might do a creative stream today, and then I was like, I just need to get through this digging. One of my old coworkers at my last job, his wife actually like went on a whole kick of following the actual square footage requirement for plants in like a space, like the percentage of space that needs to be dedicated to plants in your living environment per NASA recommendations for astronauts going into space. And he showed a photo of their kitchen, They just lived in a forest. They just had their own little mini jungle going on in there, and he was like, it's a few too many plants for me, but she loves it, and so like I'm okay with it. I did just buy a shelf for my dorm room so I can fit more plants in there. There you go. Hey, if that's your vice, if your vice is just, I'm gonna keep buying plants because I like having plants around me, I think that of all the things you could have rolled in the, you know, in the lottery of like, here's your negative traits, if you can even call that a negative trait, I feel like you lucked out pretty well. Oh, we don't want this. We're still clearing more. Like, realistically speaking, an addiction to buying plants versus like, you know, drug addiction, you know, like if you think about it in that regard, you're doing pretty good. Like if your addiction is like, ooh, succulent, I have to buy it. Oh, I gotta do it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Rather than Legos, yeah, so much cheaper too. Mine is books. Yeah, books are good though. One of my friends just found a Etsy artist who makes leather-bound tomes. Like, well, so you can basically set with like a custom cover. So you send them the book, they'll buy the book, and then they'll rebind it in a leather tome and do like custom artwork on the front of it based off of the series. And my friend has already read the series 2 or 3 times over, and they're like, I need these. I need the tomes. Plants and Legos. See, that's where you just start buying Lego plants. That's what I do. And there goes my wallet. I know. Yeah, she was like, I need them. They're so good. And then she was like, yeah, they're like $250 a book. And I was like, whoa. And you're gonna buy a whole series? Yeah, like great gift idea for a book nerd. Wait, legit though, what's that book thing called? I can't remember. I don't know. There was somebody on Etsy. Yeah, no swearing in chat, please, friend those. I hoard Legos, rocks, and Pokemon cards. Do you have a favorite rock? Are you talking like rocks that are just like, ooh, this is a really smooth pebble? Or are we talking like crystals? I definitely used to collect rocks and stuff too. Actually, I still from my birthday weekend. We were out on the coast, and so I have some rocks here that I found when we're out on the coast. I don't know why I still have them on my desk, but I do. My birthday was in August, and they're just really soft. They're just like the softest rocks. So I have a pile of rocks over here. But yeah, that's yep. It's like just 6 rocks that are about that big sitting on my desk. Reading, I feel like, because my wife is a massive book reader, she like tracks like how many pages and books she reads per year type thing, just for fun, and like has a whole reading schedule for the whole year. I keep telling her she should start a little book club or something, even just like a little story post of here's what I'm reading right now. But so I'm like, I fully understand that, like that whole side of I'm like entering into the book world slowly, dipping my toes in. Okay, well, we're through the stone layer, or we're through the stone layer here, which is good. I feel like the book thing is like, it's still a fairly cheap hobby, as long, like, depending on your reading speed, like, and especially if you start looking at like Kindle Unlimited and all that stuff, like you can get a lot of books that and like if you start using the libraries to like try and reserve books and plan around that, like it's not the most expensive hobby for something where, of all the hobbies you're gonna do, like reading a book, pretty good one. Like Again, could be worse. I'll tell you what, though, before I start digging out the stone, I'm going to use eye blossoms. Wait, I don't have it. And pale moss? We already have that. We just need to make the farm. I'm going to go... no, I don't care about those. We can just make a flower farm. I'm not wasting emeralds on them. That's bone meal right there. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, though. So I'll be our bees. We can just hang with our buddy. We'll just hang with our buddy and his llamas. So I'll be right back real quick. Let me hook y'all up with a look. Let's see what's our next song. There we go. Have a bop. I'll be back. Okay, we back. Hello. Oh. Is the stream still alive? How am I streaming? Hello? Are we still here? Oh, well, you all got an ad, so there's that. My YouTube chat crashed. We're here? Okay, weird. I'll come back and it says my YouTube chat page ran out of memory. Weird. Y'all, we're almost at 1,000 likes. So, that'd be cool. Thank you. Preach. Share stream is too powerful. Hello? Yeah, we're here. We're good. Time to download more wham. I know I should go to getmorewham.com. Okay. We're back at it. Huh? I know, we're back at it. That's what I said. Yeah, that was weird. Oh well. It's fine. iPad died. Did I miss anything? I just loaded that back down. We're back to digging. I don't really have a spoiler for 1,000. I'm so sorry. I don't really have a great spoiler for 1,000. I haven't really built anything in this world that I have. I just haven't updated the schematic anything for it, so I don't really have a whole lot of stuff to share. Maybe we should sleep. Spoil a movie for 1,000 likes. True, yeah. Progress. This is the final digging stretch that we're doing for this video, at least. So we've done from there all the way down to here, and we just need to take it all the way around to there. I don't think we're gonna get it all dug out today, but we're gonna do our best. See how far we can make it. Love the new short. Thank you. Yeah, I want to try making more like that. I hope they're going to work out well and just kind of use them as like either recap-y bits of like what I've done already, just kind of like quick. I'm trying to utilize shorts a little bit better with the TikTok ban incoming to the US, you know, this Sunday. I'm assuming there's going to be some more people on YouTube Shorts that are still just looking for that type of content. So I wanted to try and see what I can do to get a little bit of a finger in the pie type thing. But I've always wanted to do shorts. I just don't really know what I want to do with them. And I think I've finally got a decent content strategy in mind for how to make shorts without needing to make net new content. Like everything that I want to put into the shorts, like that one took me like an hour to make because I already had everything. And so now I can just kind of, I'm trying to set things up and keep that in mind when I'm like doing time lapses to render out a second angle that would work in vertical format. So I can have access to that, and then just kind of building up like a whole thing so I can kind of plug and play and just get the voice lanes in for it. Haunted Butter, thanks for hanging. You have going, right? Sorry, if you just got company, you have to get up and go. I suggest also posting them on Instagram. True, I could just start posting them on Instagram. That is a true thing. Yeah, because I started posting on Instagram this week too. Because I'm trying to do that again. I'm trying to be better at social media. Just because I kind of only just post my YouTube videos. I'm like, hee, this is fine. I don't want to deal with the rest of it. That's a lot of work. But I'm gonna try and be more on top of all that. And I guess I can literally just repost it there, and it's the same thing. But like I posted the harbor, like some screenshots of the harbor with shaders on. And somebody was like, oh my god, what series are you making this in? And I'm like, the only series that I've been doing? Like, it was kind of like a shock to me. That was like, I guess people probably follow me, but just tuned out of the hardcore series, so they just never bothered to see what's going on. And now they're just like, God, when's fWhip gonna build something cool? And then they just might just not like hardcore Minecraft, and so they're like, ugh, gross. Like, okay. Mini trailers for episodes with the shorts, just like an idea. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Is I want to make a short that's gonna link to a main form video so that people, because like YouTube Shorts has the ability of there's one tap and then it takes you to the full video. Like that's pretty good. Like if you can utilize that and start bringing more people in to your main channel stuff, like the full length videos, that's good. It's just the only thing in the air is like, how can you convert shorts viewers into long form viewers? That's the struggle part of shorts usually for a lot of people. Because like I know Mog has a lot of people that watch his shorts. Like his shorts get millions of views usually. He does really, really well in the algorithm, but he doesn't have the easiest time usually converting all those people to be a long form viewer. So it's just like, it's like a whole different game then. Than YouTube. It's basically two different platforms existing in one. We'll work on Insta stories. I think you can just post them as reels to Instagram, right? Isn't a reel basically just a short? I love the foreshadowing shorts. Yeah, I thought that was a good way to end it. Oh, I put my skin in all of the, like my character in all of the screenshots on Instagram because it means people can't steal it and claim it as their own. Instagram's really weird. I found a while ago that if I put like a little watermark that just said like fWhip in the corner, like my channel name, I was getting so many less likes on posts. I was getting so much less engagement. People were just not commenting and not doing anything. Like, it was just like noticeably like 1,000 plus or 1,000 or more less likes per post by putting like build by fWhip or just fWhip in the corner, just somewhere like that. And if I removed it, I was getting all those extra likes, but then I was seeing people were stealing my work and just reposting it on their own feeds, being like, look at this amazing Minecraft build by an unknown Minecrafter. It's like, I'm not really an unknown Minecrafter, thank you. But I appreciate you sharing my work. Could be cool if you give me credit. And then like they just wouldn't give credit. But I found that they'll still do it if my character's in there. And my character's pretty recognizable in Minecraft now. Like I'm very well known as a content creator in the Minecraft space. So my character being in there, just hidden in a little corner, kind of is that watermark for me. People know what my character looks like. And so like that's my kind of like repost protection, because the reposters will see a tag on it of like fWhip, and then they'll either crop the image to cut that out and then repost it, or they would just not engage with it at all. But this way I'm kind of sneaking my way in there to get my credit built in. And the posts have been doing really well. Like the one I put up on Wednesday is almost at 6,000 likes right now. I was like, dang, okay. I put up Tuesday, and I put up one yesterday too for the little fishing village. I'm gonna try and do Instagram posts like once or twice a week right now. I think that's my goal. It's easy to run around and take some screenshots while I'm doing things, or just finish a project and take some fancy screenshots of with shaders on, and then come back in and then just toss them on Instagram. I think I want to grow that platform a little bit more, because it'd be nice to have another avenue for brand deals and stuff that's not just I don't know why I'm flying back. I'm just full in stone. I don't need to save more. I'd like to have the ability for like other brand deal angles than just, oh yeah, I can post it on my main YouTube channel. Like it's nice to be able to have other options, especially in terms of like reels and stuff. Like I think it's a lot more accepted on Instagram also to see random ad content in there. If they write credit to the owner under the yeah exactly, and then they don't tag the owner. Or they'll list follow Minecraft builder, Minecraft builds extreme, best Minecraft builds, and then they'll post that like 3 times at the top, and then down way at the bottom where you have to click show more 3 more times, then it'll say this build is done by blah blah blah. That's the best. When they're like, no, I did give credit, duh, it's in the description, and then you're like, okay, buried beneath how much? Like it's like hidden somewhere in the tags, so it doesn't even pop out as like the extra blue text for it. It's just like hidden amongst all the blue text of the tags. And then you're like, yeah, you gave credit, that's for sure. Cliffhanger shorts might be a good way to link to your video. Yeah, it's kind of that, and then also like if you want to figure out how I did it, like then you gotta go check the video. Like that's the goal for me. Here's the quick run over, but you want to see how it was done, or here's like showing examples of like me like doing all this crazy stuff, and then hey, you might, if you enjoy the videos, you'll enjoy the long form stuff. Because I don't think I want to do like what Mog does, where he's like, did you know this about Minecraft? Like that's not really super interesting to me to make, because I want to make content that I would still be interested in watching, and that's the type of stuff I'd be interested in. Not that Mog shorts are bad, but Mog honestly does a fantastic job with shorts. It's just, I also don't want to be seen as copying or just jumping on the trendy stuff, you know? One more pickaxe bites the dust. Let's get more rockets while we're here. Also, when our food gets low, we have to run into the nether and get more. I'm out of food in my box. Oh no, I have 36 left in there, but then we're out. I one time let someone repost Be Smart on Instagram because I didn't post art there and it was funny, and years later I still see it repost with no credit and worse quality. Yeah, that's a goofy one. Approximately 9.5 weeks worth of gameplay till 10,000 day tour. So excited, finished it up quick. Yeah, almost 8,800. Yes, I lied in the YouTube titles and everything because we're gonna hit it on stream today, so it's fine. Yeah, the top of that mountain? Yeah, we'll fix up that mountain eventually. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but we will edit it at some point. I do like the giant bowl that it has in it. It's got this really, really cool grove biome in the middle. I think it'd be fun to turn into something magical. Or even like people we've talked about doing like a caldera in there. I think could be kind of fun. Just I don't know how I would do it. That's gonna be a big challenge to try and figure that out. But I think doing some way to show that there's like some hot springs and geysers in the middle of it, that would be a really cool thing. And then we could have it be like a, I'm kind of thinking like if we did like some geysers and hot springs in here, that could be cool. And then also like, because we're going to put all those fields up here for the university, I'm almost thinking about working off some of these peaks as if they have some like hot springs and or even just like super crystal clear water that comes in that'll flow down to the lake, which is why that they're over there, because there's like magical properties in the water to be able to help crops grow that the students can research and learn off of and all that. So I think it'd be kind of fun to do that. Like that's gonna be a really, really fun area to detail and work on. My dad was one who used to climb volcanoes, so I'll ask what's up there. Like active volcanoes? Because my dad summited Mount Rainier a few times, so I have a bunch of old photos from him of what the top of Rainier looks like, and that just, it's just kind of a desolate void there. Like there's not much life exists up there outside of the climbers who are going to the top. Like you don't really have any greenery or anything growing, and it's just kind of frozen over rocks and snow fields and ice crevasses to fall into. Like that's kind of all that's at the top of those mountains. New Zealand is technically a big volcano, so I climb every day. There you go. 1,000 likes. Look at us. For the caldera grove, you could do dwarvish steampunky connections with the caldera and lava for it to tie in with the lore and fantasy. Yeah, that's true. A short for fixing the telescope, because you said you're unhappy with it, could be really cool. Yeah, I need to fix that. I just don't know what I want to do with it yet. Whole lot of not much. Exactly. Oh, we've been bumping music. I'm sorry. It's probably been so freaking loud. Never guessed there'd be a lack of life at the top of a 14,000 foot tall volcano. I know. Who would have thought? With the way Minecraft mobs work, you think it'd be covered with sheep and pigs and goats and horses. All the obviously all of the AI animals IRL, definitely the birds, would just like default to going up to higher elevations, so you think it'd just be full of stuff up there. As a musician, I find it really annoying that just creating your art doesn't seem to do it nowadays. I don't want to be an influencer, I just want to write and play music. Yeah, it's the difference of like the level that you want to achieve is like if you're okay with just writing and playing music and like having that be a job and doing all that, then like I feel like, I don't know the music industry well, but like there's definitely songwriter careers that people go down and like they write songs for the big famous people and then they also perform them themselves in like bars and whatnot, and like that's obviously a route you can go down. You just have to, it just depends on the level of income you want to try and strive for, I guess, because if you're happy with just chilling and all that, then you can make a decent living doing a lot of that stuff just on a lower level. But it's just one of those where so many people want to do it, so the entry level, the revenue off of things is very, very small. I mean, like, look at smaller content creators. They don't make much money at all. Like, you're barely scraping by for a long time as a content creator, and then suddenly if you're one of the few that make it really, really big, then you're like, oh my god, this is more money than I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, if you get to the point where, obviously, like, Mr. Beast is his own level, but the amount of money that man brings in every single day, absurd. Like, he's making multiple millions of dollars every single day off of his YouTube videos. Like, every single video he posts, would not be surprised at all if it makes, like, granted, I don't know how much money he's spending on them because the cost of some of those is pretty absurd, but like, they're making millions off every single video. How's the dig going? It's good. We're getting through it. We just got this chunk left. Home from work, Mocha Flips, welcome on in. Hope the day was pretty easy. But then you look at, like, you can even, like, look at, oh my god, hello lava. Like, all the Twitch leaks data that's come out so many times over. Like, that's a really good reference for people striving to be a content creator for a career, because it really puts it into perspective how massive of a content creator you need to be even be able to make a living off of it. Like, I was very fortunate in the 2020 or 2021 Twitch leaks that came out. I was the 4,000th largest streamer in the world. And in that year, over 18 months, that to get to 4,000th highest paid streamer in the world, and you got to think about how many millions of people stream. I made, I think it was like 42 grand over 18 months off of streaming. So, like, and the only reason why I was able to do it is because I also do YouTube and all of that stuff. So, like, I had that revenue coming in too. So, like, I was doing better on that because YouTube's always been my big point making it. But if you look at that, thinking of it, like, in order to be making 40 grand a year, which is not even 40 grand a year, less, but that's like at least when I was graduating college, that was like the average entry level job out of college, was paying 40 grand with a college degree, at least when I graduated and when I was looking at getting a job. Like, that's kind of what the average that we were all looking at, somewhere about in that range. And so in order to get that as a streamer back then, you had to be in the top 4,000 largest in the world. Like, not just like, oh, I'm pretty big, like, but like, the only people that were making more than 40 grand a year were the people who were the top 4,000 in the world. Like, so yeah, and that's like, that doesn't account for taxes. Like, I have to pay taxes on all that. I have to do all of that stuff outside of it. So yeah, I think, and then, I mean, just relating back into like the music career and everything, then you look at like musicians and everything, like that probably is even more extreme for like the growth at which it goes up. But then you look at that, and then I think like Filza on there was like top 20 or something like that. He was like 17th, I think, or 13th or something like that. Highest paid streamer in the world for those 18 months. And he made like 2.8 million or something absurd like that, I remember reading. And not like, he's a fantastic content creator. The dude's amazing, and he doesn't expect anything from his audience, but people just love to support him. And it's very cool to see him be that successful. So like, from the distance from me at 4,000th, which already puts me in the top 0.1% or something like that, to being in the top 0.0001% with Phil being at like all the way up there, like he was top 20 in the world, you go from 40 grand to 2.7 million, just like shoom. Like every single person that jumped up in that ranking above me was actually, for the next 1,000, it was all people about in my range. And then you got into the top 3,000, and it was like boom, and you get to top 2,000, it's like boom, and then you get that from there is pretty consistent. And then you get into the top 100, and it was just every single person was making like another few hundred grand over the person before them. It was absurd. But it's just that reality of like, that's the scale. Like as you build an internet audience behind you, like the scale that comes behind it, it can just be insane. Technically, it's still above U.S. national minimum wage. Okay, yeah, but we're not going to get into politics today, but let's be honest, U.S. minimum wage is not a livable wage. I would be shocked to see anywhere anybody can live off of U.S. minimum wage and live alone. Maybe in like middle of nowhere in the Midwest where cost of living is low, but no. That's minimum wage is not something we should be striving for in its current form. I mean, like here living in Seattle, minimum wage I think is $15 an hour, maybe 20. Even that, like that's still like you can't live alone at all unless you want to commute for a very, very long time. And even at that, you're probably still gonna have a roommate up here. Otherwise you're eating not well. Alright, there's that. Very exponential curve as far as income goes. Oh yeah, it is 100%. I'm very, very lucky to be at the point that I'm at. Like I fully acknowledge that. And I also know a lot of that came with like skill. Like it's not just pure luck for why I got here. Like there's a lot of like, I've made a lot of good decisions to help me get to the point that I'm at as a content creator. And I've been very fortunate to have an audience that keeps coming back. But yeah, it's definitely like it's one of those things like where I went back to my high school a while back, like last fall for career day, because I went for like my 10-year alumni thing. Ended up chatting with some of the professors, and they were like, oh, they were just chatting about like what I do for work and everything. And one of them was like, oh my God, you are doing the job that the most people in high school, in the high school I went to, like that is the #1 job that people want to do when they get out of here. Like on every single thing that they've ever done, like the #1 job was that people want to be a content creator. And he was just like, can you come back to career day like in a few months and talk to students about it? And I felt so bad, but I kind of felt like I was like crushing their dreams a little bit, because I was like, okay, here's the real side of it. Like you don't just play video games all day. You don't do this. Here's what it looks like. And like that thing with the Twitch leaks that I just mentioned to y'all, like for where I was like, okay, I was in the top blah blah blah, I was 4,000th in the world largest streamer when this leak information came out. Like how much do you think I made? And the amount of them that were like $2 million, and I was just like, if you guys say a number, I'll say up or down. Like I'll just, and then you could see their faces like as soon as one of them was like 100 grand, and I was just like, and they were just like I kind of felt bad after the fact, but I was like, nobody gives people like the real numbers of a content creator. Like a lot of people keep it pretty hidden, or just don't really talk about the real side. Like it very much gets fantasized on the internet, because like it's a great job. I love my job, but it's not as simple and easy as a lot of people make it out to be. Yeah, so I was just trying to give them the reality of it. I was like, make sure, like, I was like, I'm gonna just give you all the real information. Like, this is the information that the internet, how to be a content creator, does not teach you. But this is the information you need to know. Can we have that talk? I need it right now. This is the main reason why I always say if you want to be a content creator, you need to do it as a hobby. If you go into content creation with the goal of making money, you will likely burn out and fail. If you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be a Twitch streamer, if you want to do any of that stuff, it has to be purely started based out of the desire to do it. Not the desire to make money off of it. The desire to be a content creator is the only reason to get into the game. Because if you're in it for making money, you are going to absolutely hate what you're doing. It's not this quick side hustle that you can get into and you're just like, cool, I've worked on it for a week, let's go. Here I'm passively making a few $100s a day. Yeah, let's go. No, that's not gonna happen. It took me 18 months to make $100 when I started my channel. So literally a year and a half for me to make any money off of YouTube, and I was uploading weekly videos. Granted, the next $100 came much more quickly than that, but like that's just the reality of it. When you're getting started out, unless you're just some lucky person who just hits it right, gets it good, and goes right away and just starts blowing up, like it's a grind. It's multiple years worth of a grind in order to turn it into a revenue source. It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. Exactly. What do you think of making a totem mod based on your dog? Like making it look like one of my dogs? I kind of just like the vanilla totem because I don't have to explain it. And also I don't know. I think like it's kind of cute to have a custom looking totem. But I kind of just like the low profile totem that I have. I just shrank the size down so it's a little smaller. And I don't know. I feel like it was such a trend for a while for every hardcore YouTuber to make a little custom totem and to be their own. And I don't feel like I need it. It'd be fun, but I don't think I need it. Content creation very much seems like a plan C, if anything. Yeah, like I did it because I wanted to get in the gaming industry. I knew I wanted to get into gaming some way, shape, or form. I really wanted to be a game designer. Like that was my goal. And so I got into building Minecraft stuff because it was a skill set that I had of I got to be really good at 3D modeling things in Minecraft and building things in Minecraft, at least like for the standard back in the day. I'm definitely a much better builder now. But like that's why I got into it, because I was kind of using it as a way to practice game design and like practice like building cities, civilizations, all that stuff, maps and worlds and things. And because I didn't have access to all the fancy programs at the time in order to really get into like 3D modeling and everything. Like I had Blender, and there weren't a great amount of tutorials back in the day on how to Blender. So it was a lot more difficult for me to learn than anything else. And so Minecraft was a very easy way to just practice like the building skill instead of learning like a program. But that's why I got into Minecraft, is that I really wanted to use it to, like, I just love designing civilizations and towns, and it's still the same stuff I do today. Like that's why I got into Minecraft to begin with. But yeah, I never got into Minecraft with the goal of being a content creator. I actually thought being a content creator sounded awful. And then through that, to also have some more things to have on a resume for when I was trying to apply to game design studios to trying to get into be on a team building an MMO, I started getting into modding Minecraft and found the development team for Conquest Reforged and started helping them so that I could have another thing on my resume, because I was like, if this is a success and this becomes a popular mod, like that's a great thing to have on a resume, is like, hey, I helped to develop this. Like I have experience. You can see all these extra things that we've built out into it. You can see how we've modified and changed the game, and like, and was able to talk the talk on the whole process. And then when we had finished the mod, from being just texture back to going into a mod, we were trying to look at ways to market it more. And Ducon Red 1 at the time was like, hey man, like you have good builds and you're very well spoken in the meetings. Like, have you thought about making videos? And I was like, no, making videos? I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to build my stuff. And he was like, you should try it. And so I started making videos purely just to help get the mod out there a little bit more. And then I fell in love with making videos, being a content creator and all that stuff. And then it's still like when I graduated college was not making money. Like I didn't make any money on content creation until well after I'd graduated from college. And that came to the point where like that's like that I started going into my senior year of college, and then like graduated college, and then another like 6 months later, so I made my first $100. Oh, oops. I don't know why I fell down there. But anyways, yeah, so like that was the whole journey to even be able to just get to the point of making any money. And then it took a good while after that to be able to grow it into being like the full-time thing. But like I will always say that don't quit your job to be a content creator until content creation multiple months in a row has paid all of your bills. And in that time, what you should do as a content creator is, if you're starting to make money off of it and you're working another job, if you have the ability to, everything that you make in content creation should just go into a safety net. Like that is, before I quit my job to be a full-time content creator, I had saved up 6 months worth of expenses, so that if things just absolutely flunked out and my videos just stopped getting views and I didn't have any of that stuff, I had 6 months where I could try and make it work, where I was not going to be stressing about, can I pay my bills? I'd spent all that time. I did the math. I made sure to track my expenses and all that, so I knew how much money I needed saved up, so that I could try it out and just see what it'd be like being a full-time content creator. Because who knows, I might have hated doing it full-time. I didn't know. Like, I love the idea in theory, and I love making videos, but I didn't know if I was going to love doing it as my full-time job, because it was kind of a come back from work and this is my release of de-stress for the day. I'm just going to work on making a little fun video. And who knows if the extra stress of it being the full-time job would make me not like it anymore, you know? Thankfully, still love it. But yeah, that was like the whole process. And I'm very happy to say I never had to even touch that 6-month emergency fund. That just all went from there, just went straight into retirement accounts and savings accounts and all that. I've never done content creation. You're telling me that I can't just quit and make money tomorrow? No, Liz, sorry, you can't. But maybe like next week, though, you could do that. I think one of the things for me that I'm very happy about, though, is I did have that real world experience coming into being a content creator. Of like, I worked a real job. I worked in corporate America life for a while. So like, and also going to college and everything. So I learned a lot about like how to kind of do all of that side of the life, I guess, without being like how to like set yourself up to be like put money away for like retirement and all that stuff. Like, not just like I'm very like, I've always been somebody who saves a lot. Like, I don't really spend a whole lot of money. I'm just not really somebody who does that. I'm pretty frugal on what I spend. And so like I've kind of always been pretty good on that, and then being able to kind of take that into being a content creator, I feel like it's something where a lot of people like, I very much am setting myself up for like pretty much everything I earn on content creation outside of like what I used to like pay bills and save to pay taxes and everything, because that's always fun. Like every extra penny I have right now is just going into like retirement accounts and everything like that, so that I hopefully never have to go back to doing a normal job. Because I know so many people who are making it really big as a content creator, and then they just were spending everything that they had. Like every penny they made, they were just spending and buying like super fancy cars and doing all that stuff in their like 2 minutes of fame, because they thought it was going to last forever. And then now they're just like, I can't afford any of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, well. So yeah, I would say to anybody in here who's thinking about getting into content creation, all I can really say is that like, don't do it for the money. That is the most important thing about being a content creator, is if you're doing it for the money, you are always going to find a reason to not enjoy it. What's a retirement account? Basically, it's an account that you put money into, and over time that money will grow because it's gaining interest at usually a higher rate. So it's kind of like an investment account. And then in the US, there's certain types of retirement accounts that get better than average rates than other ones, but you can't pull the money out without like having a fee until like after you're 65 years old. So the more money you put in that early, the longer it sits in there and grow, and then there's compounding interest. So like the money that you, so say you have $100 and there's 5% interest rate, every single, like you're gonna get $5 on it every single time the interest comes in, whatever the cycle is. So whether it's a month or whether it's a year, whatever it might be. But then, so you gain the $5, then you're at 105, and then you're getting 5% interest off your 105. So then you're making like 5.1 or something. I don't know, math. And then you're making more off of that. So, and then after the next time, then you get 110 point whatever, and then so it kind of keeps growing, and each time it gets interest in this economy. Interest in this economy right now, like, I mean, I'm not a economist or anything like that, but it's a very good time if you have extra cash to put it away in something like a high yield savings account so it can grow. Like that, it will help a lot. Like if you have the ability to do something like that and you have extra cash, if you're just leaving it sitting in like a savings account that has like a 1% interest rate or a 0.1, like that's actually hurting you, versus if you put it in something like a high yield savings account they get like 4 or 5% right now, and you'll just get free stuff over there. I have a migraine. Why you make it worse with math? Yeah, this is not bad math. This is smart math to know. So, all I will say on that is like, definitely get financial advice from somebody who's actually working in finances. But the earlier you can put money away to save it for later, the better. Because that's just every month that it's sitting in there working, it's just over time, like that's how you can help yourself out the most. When are you gonna update to the latest MC version? We're on 1.21.4 right now. We're on the latest. I don't update to snapshots. Snapshots buggy. I did it once, and you see these skies? They haven't had a drop of rain in them in 2 years. So we don't snapshot anymore in this world. I promise all of the number talk is over. Don't worry. Oh, didn't mean to break that. Need some dirt. I guess I can steal some dirt from up there.
Do you have a memory of the first year you watched? Mine was Captain Sparkles, which makes me feel the old Lamau.
The first like Minecraft YouTubers I got into watching was probably some of the Yogscast dudes. Really unfortunate how it turned out, but I used to love Shin's videos. Kind of bummer on that one. So I like this series that he, Duncan, and Lewis did. Like those are some of the first ones. They're like modded series they did. Like those are some of the first series that I really remember getting into. I didn't really get into YouTube honestly until after I'd started uploading videos though. Like I don't really remember a whole lot of that period before. I was really just into gaming, and like the only things I watched on YouTube, actually, I used to purely watch YouTube to watch StarCraft and World of Warcraft videos. Like that was pretty much all I did on YouTube back in the day, was watching professional StarCraft games or World of Warcraft, like raid fights or stuff like that. So if anybody was a big WoW player back in the day, Fat Boss TV, I watched that. They were the first gaming YouTube channel that I was like, every upload they would make I would watch, because they just made good videos back in the day for how to do raid fights. I don't know if they're still around, but those dudes they did a good job. Consider joining Hoimycraft. I don't know. I like the idea in theory of being on a super active SMP, but I also really, really like my single player world, and I don't like to balance time between them. And I feel like with the constant Hermitcraft season stuff going on, it's really hard to balance time between multiple series. So like, my full realistic honest answer is I don't know. Like if they were to reach out to me and be like, hey, do you want to join? I'd be like, can I have a week or two to think about it? Like that would be that I'm pretty sure that would be my initial response. Neocubus. Oh, I kind of remember them. I don't know if we have enough grass to be able to fill all this in, but we'll see. It's nice to... No, we definitely don't. Who came up with the Empire's idea? Yours truly. Empires initially started as... What was before Empires? X-Life? X-Life was going on. And it was just about to wrap up. People are finishing off all of the things. And back then was there something else other than X-Life? No. Was X-Life and then Empires? Or was there a different one? New Life? No, New Life was after. But I was like, I want to do another SMP. What can we do? And then I was like, I've kind of always wanted to do this thing where everybody kind of builds up their nation or their civilization. And then you kind of role play a little bit about how you trade and interact with each other. Like, I think that could be a really fun series idea. And then kind of all the big world building things. But I really want to do it with a small group of people. And maybe we'll add more later. But like, I don't think this group would be that interested in it. So like, I'm just going to reach out to the builders, aka Joel. And I was like, hey, Joel, do you want to do this? Like, and then I reached out to Sausage too. I was like, my buddy Mythical Sausage and I are going to start I want to start this little SMP over here. That's just be like a few people, not too many. Like, would you be interested? And Joel was like, yeah, that sounds like a really cool idea. Let's do that. And I was like, great, cool. Like, let's start chatting. Let's meet up tomorrow or something. And we'll talk about what it would be and how it would work. And then he pings me back a few hours later. So I was telling Lizzie about your idea while we were eating dinner together tonight. She wants in. Is that okay? And then I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't think she'd be interested. But yeah, that sounds great. Let's add her. Like, super cool. Of course I'd love to have her. And then I go to bed and I wake up the next morning to a message from Jimmy, a message from Scott, and a message from... God, who else sent me one? I can't remember. Who else is in the crew? Yeah, Jimmy, Scott, and I think Catherine. No, I told Catherine later. Yeah, Jimmy and Scott then messaged me in the morning because they're... No, not Joey. Joey got added. Joey and Shelby came late for Empire Season 1. But I got a message from both Jimmy and Scott the next morning before I woke up saying, how dare you plan an SMP without me? This sounds like an awesome idea. I want in. And I was just fully like, y'all, I didn't think the reason I didn't invite anybody is because I thought y'all would think this would be boring as heck. Like, I didn't think you'd want to be doing something so building focused. And so, yeah, the whole entire idea behind Empires was literally started of something that I was just going to do with Joel and Sausage. And we're just going to kind of work on our little empires, finish your empire, go and start a new one and go throughout and all that. Like, it was never designed to be something with like a bunch of people in it from the get-go. And then as soon as we started doing that, and then somebody mentioned it to Jem, and Jem was like, dude, I'm in. Like, I want to join too. Like, you better include me. And then we were talking about who else we want to add, and Jem was like, we have to add Pearl. Oh yeah, not an SMP hardcore. Yeah, that was in there too. So it was after that. Yeah, it was after Joel died. I think we started talking about doing empires to have something else to go off of that was not going to be hardcore. And so we just kind of kept building into it. Like, the original idea was like, okay, when we have empires go to war, then we'll like invite friends because they'll want to do some content. They can maybe make a video out of being like one of our spies or a soldier or something like that, and like going into battle with us. And then yeah, it just all like just snowballed the heck out of it into the idea that y'all saw in the actual Empires release. But yeah, that was the entire thing of it.
Pleased to meet you.
Joel, thank you so much for the 17 months at tier 2, my dude.
fWhip heart _fWhip yavoo.
Voo. Thank you so much, my dude. I really appreciate that.
Heart fWhip cozy fWhip sip.
And the tier 3 for 53 months? The tier 3 for 53 months? Thank you so very much, Joel. I really appreciate that. Drop some foot parts in the chat, y'all. That is crazy. That is such a long time being a supporter. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. I think you're thinking about Pixar. Oh, yeah, Pix, we added late. We told him the idea before it, and he was like, that sounds really fun, but I'm starting a new survival guide, so I don't know if I'm going to have time for it. And we were like, okay, well, if you want to join, we would love to have you. Like, and I was kind of like, I think you'd really enjoy getting to interact with this group of content creators. Like, I've been having a blast with it. And I think you'd be a great addition. And so he kind of came back a little later and was like, yeah, dude, let me join up. I'm in. And so yeah, Pix was the last ad going into the start of season 1. And then after things got started, Shelby reached out to me and was like, or Joey reached out, I think. I can't remember who, but was like, hey, can I join? And then very quickly after that, the other one reached out because they heard about it too. And I was like, yeah. I was like, you two will be the last ads. Like, we're not going to add anybody else. But yeah, we can move up to 12. Because they came in after we had started everything. We definitely made it sound like, just because we didn't want people to be spamming us asking for invites and things, we definitely made it sound originally like they had been in there the entire time, that they just had like IRL things come up so they couldn't join until late. But no, they actually didn't get added until like the second week. Empire Season 3 is not happening. And the SOS Season 2 is not happening. I can tell you all that much. Yeah, where's their tips you have for improving on hardcore, like as a player? Play slower, be more aware of your surroundings. Set yourself up for success. That is the #1 killer of people in a hardcore world, is that they go into a situation unprepared. So take the time to prepare. That is the most important part. We're gonna take that. Pix was my intro into Empires, and then you and the rest of the gang. Yeah, I was so happy that he ended up joining. I think Pix is just such a good dude. He's such a fun person to hang with. He's just so chill as a content creator, and he has so many good ideas. Like, he's very, very thoughtful. So I really appreciate having him around in the group. He's always been fun. I should have kept a little bit of grass because I'm gonna need some more. We'll just take our dirt from here. Now, I'm really happy that Pix wanted to hang out with us and do stuff, and then also that Mog has been enjoying it so much that he wants to keep sticking around.
For the new tree, _fWhip heart.
Franziska, thank you so much for the 22 months. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. This should be enough. Oh, wow. I thought this was like a new chunk. No, this is the original. Oh, huh. I had dug a new line right along here for what I was like, because I forgot about this line. Okay. Maybe. Pix is very analytical. Yeah, I think our group needed that to help balance a little bit. Mog is also pretty analytical about it. Mog is a really, really smart person when it comes to Minecrafty stuff, and just honestly video content creation in general. He definitely has the eye and an ear for being a content creator. He's really, really good at it, and I think our group definitely was. We needed some people to help balance it out, who are also still like any person who's a YouTuber that's successful is a creative is a creative person. Like, it's kind of hard to be a YouTuber and not be creative in some way. So having them in to kind of help bring a different form of creativity is very, very cool. I'm just trying to clear this out so that we can then throw mud for the entire base of the river that we have. Thought it'd be better to work on the entire thing from here back down. We're probably going to need to go get some more mud, to be honest, because it's kind of longer than I was thinking it would be. But maybe I grabbed enough. Who knows? It's pretty skinny. Okay, there's that coming in. Sorry for the weird framiness of all the wada. We'll fill this in right after we get all of our mud in here. It is nice to be able to be placing blocks instead of only picking up blocks. I really miss Empires, but I understand not all content creators want to do it again. Yeah, it was a great one for us to grow as content creators. But it's also one where we want to do something new. I think the cool part about YouTube is that you can do whatever you want whenever you want. It might not always work out, but you can still do whatever you want whenever you want as a YouTuber. And that's something that I think is important to be honored. Like, that's part of why creativity works for a lot of us, is because we are able to pursue the things we're inspired by. And I think that's a really, really important thing that not everybody can really do. And so very much we try to, well, we're going to go into dirt digging. Yeah, so we don't need to take any of that. But we try and really honor that with a lot of the series that we're doing, is that we always have something new, something that's like a new twist. But yeah, let's go up here and get our water coming in. This is sealed off the end. Perfect. Alright, put that there. Oh, we're missing a dirt. You're not supposed. You're gonna. Well, you're gonna go there. Let's just take that. Oh, well, that's too much. Whatever. It's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect on water sources. How do we get that? Alright, there we go. That fixed it. Let's go to here. Well, now I'm really messing it up. Okay, there's that. And then we need to do, like, it's like another water source in there or something. I don't know. Oh, we need dirt. Or we need stone. No. Fluxium, thanks for hanging. Really appreciate it. Good to have you. You have a lovely rest of your day. May. It's so rough right now. It's just that cold weather everywhere. It's just so rough. After this project, you're gonna have to do something small like removing another mountain. Yeah. We'll just pick like a small little weekend project, you know? I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, is that supposed to be... Yeah, okay. That's where I goofed. Yeah, don't y'all worry. We're gonna definitely get some like little baby projects in here soon. This is, yeah. No, Mr. Zombie, I'm very busy right now. Thank you, but no. Ah. Baby fix. Ah. No, that's fine. Are you going to here? You're not. Okay, so. We watched our whole hardcore series this week, and it's giving me a lot of inspo for a little village build in my own world. Dude, you watched the entire thing in a week? That's a lot of videos. I appreciate it. That's a grind. We did it! The river is all the way down now. What's your opinion on lifesteal SMB? I think what they've been able to create is super cool. The concept behind it is awesome. They have a great way of maintaining viewer interest, and I don't watch it though, but I definitely appreciate what they've done. Yeah, I like that. It's not my type of content, but I can definitely see why it works from like a content creation perspective, I guess. So I appreciate it for that, but it's just not something I really care about watching. I'm into Minecraft for building. I don't think that's really a building focused series. I also am just like not enjoying multiplayer Minecraft series recently. Like I'm not even watching Hermitcraft this time around, really. Like, I love a B-Dubs video and I love a Scar video just because I love seeing what they're up to and what builds they're working on and all that stuff. But, like I selfishly, I just want B-Dubs to go back to his building with fWhip large biome world, or building with B-Dubs large biome world, not building with fWhip. That was my series. Like, I just want to see more builds coming up in that world of different things he's working on. Like, that I would just love to see that. But I know Hermitcraft is definitely where the mass of their viewers are. Is the new hardcore series inspired by Mythical Sausage's short hardcore world?
Flipper, your terraforming
New
has
hardcore?
inspired me to do some in my own single-player world. Keep up the good work, Tilda.
We'll see you in a month and see if you're still having fun, Sylvan. Thank you for the 4 months. Is the new hardcore series inspired by Mythical Sausage's short hardcore world? I don't know what you mean by that. The island series that I'm doing? No, that was just kind of my own re-envisioning of a skyblock, just more open. Yeah, B-Dubs did a building with fWhip. That'd be pretty cool. He'd be pretty fun to work with. I've had chances to work with Scar in the past. I have not had a chance to work with B-Dubs yet. That'd be fun. Gross. Spiders. So he's really down to earth. He's very chill. Like when you get him like outside of recording, because I've chatted with him and calls a few times, like when we did the crossover stuff, and he's just chilling.
Cha-ching!
You live this day. Wildman, thank you so much for the gift, member. I feel like I keep looking down. I'm like sitting here like this. I keep catching myself like when I'm like working late at night. I'm just like that's not healthy. Like straight in the back. Hey, what's up, Crimson? How we doing? Or are you trying to drown the sheep? I was just gonna give him a little swim. I didn't think I'd get outsmarted by a sheep, but here we are. Yeah, do you think that sheep's ever had a bath before? I don't know. Probably pretty matted fur. Wool. Wool. Pretty matted wool. Can we just stop with the gross spider sounds from back there, please? That'd be lovely. How do you join your server? My server? It's available for tier 2 members, so it's a paid server to be on. And then after you become a member at tier 2 or above, you can join the Discord and you can get access to the server from there. But I do not have a free server, no. Just as a forewarning. There are many free Minecraft servers you can go play on, but I will not be making one. I'm pretty much full on the andesite now, so I'm gonna finish this little chunk of it, and then we will go back, drop everything, and come back so we can loot it. I don't want to lose it. I'm trying to save all the andesite and granite and diorite that I can. We aren't really getting too much diorite, and gravel too, but we're not really getting too much diorite or granite out of it. This build, dig. Getting a lot of everything else though. We will put all the dirt back into here. Put the dirt. Andesite, coal, copper. Keep a little bit of our grass on us. Save an inventory slot. It's getting there, man. This is looking good. Yeah, I know I gotta check out some of those interiors soon. I'll get around to it. It might be tonight. Might be like a late one tonight, because Sid's having girls' night. There are pizzas ready to be cooked in the fridge, and there are bottles of wine ready to be opened. And they were having girls' night, and I believe I'll be hanging during dinner, but other than that, I don't think I'm invited to girls' night. Doing interiors? What is this madness? No, Fern, it's very different. Also, I hope you're doing well. Hi. It's very different. You see, Fern, I've devised this perfect strategy here to where I don't have to do the interiors. Instead, I've conscripted viewers to do the interiors for me. It's great. It's great. I've got the people on the supporter server. If I put the city on there, I let them all claim a house, and they're just doing all the interiors. And then I'm going to take a copy of it and just rebuild them here. I didn't have to do the interior. So I just got to log in there and be like, wow, this looks great. Check mark, done. You did great. This is my master plan of now I can say I have interiors and look how amazing they are. No, but people have been having a lot of fun with it. It's been going well. I'm really happy I decided to do it, because seeing how much a lot of people in the community server have rallied behind it, and I feel like I've been able to share a lot of cool tips for people on interior building and spatial planning and stuff like that, and then I've also learned a lot of really cool things, so it'll be fun to get them into the world and giving credit for everybody who makes theirs, like they get to name it after themselves, and so there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff being used on it. It was nice to see them the other day. Yeah. If you have a tier 2 member, even if you're not in the city, please log on to the server and go check them out, because some people have done some amazing work. They have done such a good job. I would love to get I don't think I can do all of them before 10,000 Day World Tour, but I would love to get a big chunk of them in, so that the next world download, people can go through and be like, yeah, I designed this. Like, I think, and that'd be really cool to be able to show them off on the world tour. Like, I think my plan for the 10,000 Day World Tour, I don't think I'm going to do a 9,000 Day World Tour. I do kind of want to release a video on the second channel called The Day Count It's Over 9,000. And then just, like, do the thumbnail as a really, really crappy Vegeta cosplay covering my skin. Basically just the eye goggle thing. It's over 9,000! And then we're just gonna kind of chat. Start working on my next week. Busy this week and have been attempt to get inspiration. Hey, all good. Take your time, please. Absolutely no pressure. I've still got 1,200 days to go. 1 second. No. Sorry, I'm just checking and seeing if somebody's at the front door. We're getting close to potential arrival time, but it looks like... Oh, no. Okay, somebody is here, but no. Sorry, I was checking the camera on my phone. Do you know who SB737 is? Yeah, I know SB. Getting geared up to finish some IRL decorating in the form of final details on a paint job. Oh my gosh. How's your back? I feel like that every time we painted almost every room in our house when we moved in here, and by the end I was just like, I just need to lay on the ground and just full on lay on the ground and do nothing for a while. After, like, because I was in charge of doing the ceilings and all that. Ugh. Painting ceilings is so annoying. Not fun. I never want to do that again. Wait, heavy cores count as a building block? If you put heavy cores in the build design that's going in for the city interior, I will not be putting those in. Is it your house of stone? My IRL house? It's made of wood. My house in Minecraft has stone and wood. Fancy, I know. Kips. Can skip the ceiling because of drop ceiling. Okay, yeah, that makes it a lot better. Let's do that. We're just, I know this probably gives people a lot of anxiety seeing all the stone on the ground, but remember, we've mined well over 1 million of it, and I've kept nearly 700,000 of it, so we don't need all of that. I know. The scarcity mentality, it gets us all, though, because I'm also like, but what if I do? And then I'm also looking at the mountain I have to destroy. That's at least another 1 million stone up there. So we're fine. I'm mostly saying that to tell myself I don't need to pick up the stone. Y'all are doing great. Nice warm green tone. That doesn't seem like you at all. I'm kidding. Sounds great. Got to get some warmth in there, especially in the cold. Painting is murder on the back. Yeah, it's not the most fun. When we did the renovation down for like our living room space, we were just like, they were like, do you guys want to paint it or do you want us to? It costs this much more. And we were like, how much? Just do it. We just finished painting the rest of the house. We don't want to do it again. I've let more stone despawn than you've ever mined. Honestly, that's probably true. 1.8 million or 1.75 million stone mined so far. I've picked up 762,000. Of that, I've dropped 170,000. So let's, for simplicity's sake here, say I've kept 600,000-ish. I guess I really haven't. Probably under. But that also, some of that broken went into cobblestone and stuff, which we've kept too. So I've almost let 1 million stone despawn. I probably have let 1 million stone despawn at this point in time. So that's a lot of stone to just let despawn. Oh, we're out of our... I don't want to use a fortune pick. Okay, now we have to keep a lot of stone on us because we can't get any more stone. We're out of our good pickaxes. We're onto these sad, stupid fortune pickaxes. I did I put the dirt in there? Hey, Durner. It goes in there. Well, I guess I don't need any stone for here, so I will save all of this stone just so we can have it. Making a floor. Do I have to do another shulker floor? Descotlos is already making me do one shulker floor. How many shulker floors do you think I can afford? I have to go kill a shulker for every single one to put on the floor. Are you promoting murder of shulkers? Wow. How could you? Yeah, you think your shulker floor is so decorative, but in reality, you're killing a shulker. Every single one. Every single one of those little interiors that you want to put a shulker in the floor for, that's a dead body right there. I hope you feel bad. I'm killing shulkers right now. Okay, heroic pixels. Alrighty. See, we got a murderer in here today. Yeah, awareness for the shulkers, please. Why do you think they come back as monsters? We kill them, take their hide, and turn it into a storage box. No doubt they turn into a monster. I would too. I am a murderer. I am. Yay! I'm in busting. Well, inventory's already full. Nice. You think shulkers deserve it? What have they ever done? You invaded where they live. All they've done is protect their little city. Is it your city? No. Do the Endermen live in the city? No. Somehow shulkers have made those end cities. They are the resident of the cities in the end. They make their little boats fly with their little elytras on them and their little dragon head. And y'all are just out there invading and destroying their homes, looting it, stealing all their light bulbs, stealing the little wings, taking the figurehead off the front of their boat and leaving. Stealing their beetroot seeds, the only source of food they can get out there besides eating chorus fruit. Yeah. Think about that. It's all for the greater good. Yeah, you, every shulker box you bring back, you have murdered a part of a civilization. No, I'm not even going to acknowledge that. You get no acknowledgement. Except a thank you for the dono. But no another. Y'all call me the bad guy. Just kidding, we kill a lot of shulkers here. As I was talking earlier. Yeah, we went end raiding for so long for this video. What mod is that? The one that shows me the schematic. It's called Lightmatica. Well, I need to get back in and finish my Stardew Valley thing. I'm really dragging my feet on that. Maybe I do that tonight. Maybe I just like quick fire through a bunch of days to get my 100% in Stardew Valley. I'm so close to perfection. Like, I got the golden clock. And I literally just need to get to fall and make 3 things, and then I have Stardew Valley perfection. I need a salmon, I need some hazelnuts, and I need one other fish. I'm done. That's literally it. I saw you just have... Yeah, I literally have 3 recipes left to do. I need 3 hazelnuts, I need a salmon, and I can't remember what the other fish is. What is it? A sea cucumber. Yeah. A sea cucumber, a salmon, and 3 hazelnuts. And I'm done. That's it. That's all I need. Time to sleep until fall. Now I gotta get up. I gotta pet the animals. I gotta harvest the crops. I gotta... Can't just leave the farm in ruin. God. Have you tried all the new update features in Stardew? I'm on 1.6, yeah. I've used most of them, probably. Unless there's some I just haven't come across yet. We definitely are going to need more grass for this, but that's okay. Take it down one more, and then we can go by our 3. I think 3 just is the quickest way to mine. Or it's my preferred way to mine, I guess. I don't know if it's quickest. Bam, 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 bam. Wham, bam, 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 bam. Welcome back, Jinxie. crazy. I logged onto my Stardew farm the other night and apparently bought the boat repair last time I played, so I had Ginger Island unlocked when I logged on. I don't know what I'm doing in there anymore. Oh no. Hey, Ginger Island's fun though. God, I saw somebody turned everything in Ginger Island that you can farm into ancient fruits, and they're just doing that and turning it all into wine. And they're making like 4 million a week or something like that off of the amount of wine that they're producing. I was like, oh, I'm so tempted, but I love Ginger Island being all pineapples. I just need the vibes. I don't need the profits. I just need the vibes. Actually, I have a lot of blueberries on Ginger Island too, though, so you know, like, can't have all pineapples. I'm so sorry. Hit the sheep, y'all. Okay, you're kind of in the way though, sir. Very EP. Dude, Fridays are good days for being EPs. Stardew Valley needs to have like one of those when you save the game, it like lets you put in like 500 characters of text of here's what I was doing. Like I'm sure there's mods that do that, but would help so much. I now have a channel because I have a whole note-taking Discord. I now have a channel in there just called Stardew Valley to put all my Stardew Valley notes in. Can we make it? I don't think we can. We have 1 stack and a little bit left. Let's do the edge here. Actually, let's do this lowest layer because we know we need that up there above. And I only have 33 dirt. It's not like it's going to take me that far. Okay, we're almost done with this. We gotta come back with mud anyways, so we can just do that. Mods probably see a lot of common comments and questions every stream, don't you? Yeah, they definitely have not started a bingo board based off of questions they receive on stream. There's definitely no bingo board that the mods cycle around based off of what questions they commonly get on a stream. No, there's definitely not multiple bingo boards that they all pick for a stream. It's definitely not a thing. There we go. Progress. Yeah. This elytra's getting pretty low, but I think it's fine for now. We're gonna need I'd like to bring just full stacks. I guess we're done with the digging down here for now, so we can just fill that back in, but we just need probably 2 stacks of mud and 2 stacks of that. Dang, I'm missing out on the mod bingo. Yeah, they definitely don't have pre-written messages at all to answer questions, comments, concerns people may have. I'm 1 grass short. Oh, I forgot it. Yeah, I did unfortunately ask the mods to not release the bingo board because I know how viewers are. And the second they see, ooh, I could complete a bingo board if I ask this question, I spam. So for the safety and sanctity of chat not being a terrible place of spam, I don't think we're going to be releasing the bingo board. We might give it out to select chatters who've been in the community for a long time we can trust. That will just kind of have fun with it, but we're not going to be making it fully public. That I can confirm. Where was that one I missed? Right there. Did you ever think to TNT the canyon? Oh, there's one on the bingo board. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't like to use TNT to destroy spaces. I would prefer to do it by hand. I, for some reason, love these numbers going up, even though you can never tell what that number is. So, yeah, I feel like that should definitely be above 10. What does this count for on a netherite pick? Because I definitely have more than 10 pickaxes. And definitely more than one shovel. Is that like since the update it like now is different with needing to have the whatchamacallit? You know? Yeah. You know. The whatchamacallit. Cool. Glad we're on the same page. No. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't want any of this cobblestone though. I know that much. Gross. What was I gonna say? I traded them and uncrafted them. No, you have to craft another pickaxe. You can't trade for another pick. You have to craft it. There's no trade. You have to craft it at the smithing table. Was this supposed to be... That's supposed to be all grass. Okay. We will just let this fill itself back in here. Repair pickaxe. No, we're good right now. I'm just gonna take this stretch going all the way out. We're thankfully in these upper regions, like now that the terrain's coming up, like, they're not gonna take too, especially like right up in here, this won't take too terribly long to get all this. There's a little baby rock right there, I guess. That's all supposed to be grass. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna leave as much of the dirt in here as I can, so that we don't have to deal with it. Well, I guess I can finish this all the way up. I like having even lines. Do you have any tattoos? I do. That is not one of the questions, though. Actually, I don't know if that got added to the bingo. But I just got this one done. I got a little Minecrafty tattoo. No, it's that way. Haha. I did that. And then I got this one. So, yeah. Those are a little over a week old now. I got them last Tuesday. So they're just now, thankfully, exiting the itchy phase. What day are we on now? 8,800! Woo! Wait, we gotta get a little recorded clip of this. Day 8,800! Woo! Still digging! Look at us, we're still digging! Yay, 8,800! Woo! Okay, back to work. That's good celebration. Time to dig more. Another 100 days down. We're up to 450 on this project. Time to keep on digging. There we go. That's a great clip for a video right there. Yeah, that's the type of content people come to my video for. They're healing really well. Yeah. I've been really good about putting lotion on it constantly. I got that, like, it's like called a tattoo butter. It's just basically a really thick lotion. And oh, the last tattoo I got was one on my shoulder. And I remember that just was so much worse on the healing process than these current ones. I'm sure there's a little difference in like the skill and everything from the artist, and probably how much more diligent I'm being on actually putting lotion on and whatnot. But this compared to just like having just like a default little average lotion stuff, like this has been a good change. Exactly, Vern, exactly. It makes the itchy go away. Yeah, no, they're healing really well. I'm happy with them. I definitely keep like walking by, like if I'm like like just walking into the bathroom or something, or like getting ready to go to bed and like don't have my shirt on, I'm just like, oh, right, that's there. Like I'm still like getting used to it. Like, oh right, I did that. I feel like that's gonna go on for a while. Let's pick through this rock here and send us out to the front. So I think that might be all I have time for today. I think I got to go soon. Granted, this will probably be like another, yeah, it'll be like another 15-20 minutes and that, because I need to, before people come to the house, I need to get some food. I'm a hungry boy. You have been grumbling forever. Thank you. Quiet. Quiet now, good sir. Quiet now. Yeah, let's just take from here out to the front. Another decent chunk. Oh, did I like fill in the back of the cave? I guess I did. Look at me. Wow. I filled in the cave. I said there will be no mobs coming out of here. Okay, well, let's just keep digging. Just keep digging. What do? We dig. Oh, a cave. We're coming across the cave that the zombies and spiders have been grumbling at us from. Couched out a disposable income for the day. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself first, Wild Man. I really do appreciate all the support, but make sure you're taking care of yourself. When are you back to the desert place? I want to get back over to New Papyrus sometime in the next few months. I've been really inspired to work there again, so we'll be doing. I know I don't really have like a hard date range, but I do want to get over there soon-ish. I'm gonna do a few more things here. I want to. I'd honestly probably say like 2 months, 3 months, if I had to guess. Because I got a few big builds I don't think I can do in a week, but I want to finish up this. Like this whole thing, I think I can do a lot of this in a week. I want to do it all in one episode, so that's going to be an episode. We need to figure out a place to put the monument, which was going to go here, and we need to remove that whole mountain to be able to terraform a landscape to put the giant Monastery of Millions, Monument of Millions, whatever the heck we're calling it. So we got those. And then I don't know if I want to do it before we move out, but I kind of want to get this harbor region finished with buildings in there. So I think it would just look really cool being all the way across here. We also need to decorate out a little bit more in the town. So like we have all of that. We have everything up here. We have all this. We have all that. I need to figure out the ferry system here. That needs to be built. Maybe we add the ferry later. But that's kind of like my big stuff here. If I can finish off this whole region and then a little bit more in the city, then we're gonna probably next move over to New Papyrus, and I want to do like the city block right in here. And if I'm still inspired, we'll wrap it around the back here. But who knows? I kind of like doing that like a city block at a time of just showing a bunch of different buildings coming in. I think it's kind of fun to be able to just be like, and here's another neighborhood, here's another neighborhood, here's another one, and here's a good one, and here's this. So it's fun to be able to. Oh, did that again. We'll see, though. We shall see. It's one of those things where, like, it's like got it, like the building appetite is like, ooh, I want to do all this stuff. Like, I would love to do that. I'd love to do this. I'm just like, okay, but how many hours do I actually have to be able to do all that? You know, like I gotta kind of pace off the hours a little bit more. I can't be like, and we're doing everything, because then nothing gets done. Such a great map. It's looking like an actual open world game. That's my goal. If I can make this look like a believable open world RPG, somehow I'll find people to like be in it maybe one day. But you know, I do love it as is. I don't think well, I guess I don't have oh, there's so much dirt I left behind. What? Okay. Now we just need to go back up here. Oh, dang it. One stone bites the dust. Oh, now we're gonna get into that cave. Oh no, there's a second cave over there, I think. Oh, dang it. Missed that in the creative copy. Missed that apparently too. We're just gonna do a little there. Just fill that in and it'll be totally fine. Nobody's gonna know. You ever consider joining the live series? I tried to get in a few times and then they just didn't want to add new people. So if they reached out and were like, hey, we want to add more people, I would definitely join. I think it sounds like a really fun concept for a short-term series. But yeah, I've tried. I put my name in the hat multiple times when they've talked about starting new ones and never got the invite. So I've kind of given up on trying. I'm not going to waste my energy anymore for it to not happen, I guess. Have you dug the river all the way out to the sea? Yes, we have. We finished it. We still need to put a little bit more mud in the bottom of the river, but yeah, we haven't finished it all the way out. Hey, Feisty Brett, thanks so much for the raid. How are we doing today? Welcome on in. We are just finishing up the last chunk we're going to be digging out today here too. So thank you so much for stopping by, though. People, I do appreciate it. We're just finishing up this last little chunk, and then I got to get off and go grab some lunch. We'll find another lovely little community to send everybody off to. But we're chilling for another 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes. There's all that. And another layer of grass coming down. Just gonna take this all out here just to reveal everything. Oh, I see a stone that needs to stay. That's good. We're getting some more rock. I tried adding in a few rocks throughout over in this area just to get some more variety and like having some boulders around and everything. Wait, May, are you getting a Zelda tattoo? Nice, nice, nice. That sounds cool. The Master Sword one you mentioned? Optifine or Fabric? Fabric, 100%. Optifine's really bad. Correction. Optifine's not bad, it's just not as good. Optifine was great back in the day. We are no longer back in the day. Optifine itself is just too power hungry of a mod, and it has too many conflicts with other mods that it just... If you're running on Forge, Optifine works great. But if you're running on... if you want to use any of the Fabric mods, which as a content creator, Fabric mods are pretty essential when you think about like flashback, replay mod, those types of things. Like those are all Fabric mods, and you can't use those with Optifine. So by proxy of Optifine having bugs with those, Optifine no longer as good. That's all going to regrow in there, and that is our 8,800th day. Do you ever just build in your hardcore world? More recently I've been going through and just like pre-planning things because I have a lot more fun with that. Hey Vale, how we doing? But I do a lot of like the random little details just in the world with whatever I've got on hand, but for like bigger things like stuff like this, I definitely prefer to pre-plan it. But like the entire landscape that we're working on the far side of the world, that is 100% just going with it. Like I'm not pre-planning any of that. I'm just placing these down because I have them on me. So I want to keep that one as one where we're just freehanding it as we're moving around. We might do some pre-planning when we get into doing some like the bigger things at the end, like the glacier is probably going to be pre-planned because I want that just to be like a big wow factor. But as far as like getting up there, for the most part, I'm going to not pre-plan it. I might, honestly, I'm like the region we're working in right now is still working on the plateau going up. I like that being as is. But I do, honestly, I actually think once we start getting into the mountains themselves, I want to start pre-planning it. I'm just not super happy with the mountains that I freehand anymore. And I'd rather do something that I'm really happy with instead of just freehanding the whole thing and then not being happy with the result and wanting to change it or wishing I had done it a different way. I'd rather be happy with the result from the get-go. You know. Grass, perfect. I'm not gonna dig out all these rocks. I just wanted to place in what I had. I think that's kind of all I could do right now, yeah? Oh, there's a little bit over there. Mountains are a huge commitment to risk not being happy with the product, yeah. I also, like... I think pre-planning builds is just becoming more and more common. Especially for content creators. Like, I do still see a lot of people are like, oh, you're a real Minecraft builder if you just do it on the fly. If you're planning in creative first, you're not a real survival player. And it's like, I don't see why we need to gatekeep that. We're just gonna do a little bam bam. Like, I just don't see the point at all in gatekeeping something like that, especially in a sandbox video game. So, yeah. I'm gonna play Minecraft the way that I want to play Minecraft, and people can watch that if they would like to. I would love it, but there's absolutely no real need to be watching all of it, so. But yeah, my big thing is being happy with what I'm making and how I'm doing things nowadays, and this, to me, is the most sustainable way that I see moving forward for me as a content creator right now, so that's why I'm doing it. I mean, I still have fun with this because it's kind of like I'm putting a Lego back together. Like, after I've designed the Lego, now I need to put all the pieces together. Like, that's kind of how I see all this when I'm out here doing these things. It's kind of fun. Being like, ooh, how did I make that? Oh, I did it that way? Oh, that's weird. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Or sometimes I, like, on the fly change things how I'm going. I'm like, actually, I think it'll look better this way. I don't know what I was thinking when I tried that a while ago. But I am thinking it's time for me to repair some of these tools up again, and I'm gonna do that after stream. Where's the high star ability? 57. Yeah, a lot of those need some love. Thank you all so very much for stopping by stream today. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you all have an absolutely lovely, amazing weekend, and enjoy some good mining and crafting out there if you got a free one. But yeah, we made look at the progress we made today. Look at that. That's pretty dang good. That's pretty dang good. We started right at where that river's coming down, and dude, it took us 3 hours to get there. How much do we have left to go? I'm glad I put that beacon in the back, but yeah, because that's like, honestly, that over there is just kind of tall, but it kind of comes straight down. But like this throughout here is probably the meat of it. But there's that big cave, so who knows? I probably got another 5-6 hours of digging, probably, if I had to guess. But that's for another day. It's time to close on out of here. But thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. That was super fun. I'm so excited to keep this going. Next stream will either be digging more, or we're going to be working on getting some like foliage along the bottom, just like some seagrass and stuff with bone meal to go through the rest and really get it filled in there. So we got a lot more stuff to be doing out there. So should be all good. Should be super fun. You know what? We haven't raided Jamal before, and he's actually live right now. He's on day 25,000 in his hardcore Minecraft world. So we're going to go ahead and raid Jamal. He's a pretty cool dude. I've lurked in his streams a few times, but my friends, please be sure to join on the raid over on the Twitch side if you haven't already. Very much appreciate fWhip raid in the chat once we got it on over there. I really do appreciate all the support. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much for everything today, and I'll see y'all with a video next week and some more streams and another short coming out tomorrow. But with that, my friends, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.